An incredibly dominant first round, but it's early days here. Can Zen make the adjustment he needs?
Well, he's playing slowly now. He's trying to get that V skill. Not easy to do versus the fireball from Luke. Trying to control stuff.
He's pressing them buttons in the string. Nice whip punish.
And it backs off.
Oh,
okay,
big
here we
whip
go.
there.
Yes.
Oh, it's a button. He was going for the late roundhouse. It didn't work. Has to block that jump in. It's the throw straight away. His decision making on offense has been ridiculous. Oh, nice choice. We didn't see that in the first set. Big bait. Switches sides.
We didn't see that the first set either.
He's going to do it again. No, he doesn't. Oh, and Zen finally makes the correct read. We could be in for a long haul, David. We could be in for a long one.
Man, I think you're right. Just based on how those interactions went right there, the reads are absolutely informed by what we saw before, and they're already on the next layer. Trying to throw it, unfortunately lost the V-skill fireball as a result, but that's cool for Zen. Moving forward still.
Menace just pressing the buttons. Again. Oh, what a V-shift. Big punish incoming. Charged up. Doesn't get the side switch, though. Walk up throw. He's playing so ridiculously well. Ooh.
Too far, but still doing all right.
Oh, that unfortunate nerf from Bison. That doesn't work anymore. Needs to be a counter hit. That works.
Yeah, Jensen, he gets advantage, yes. He can still press here, too.
Ooh. CA.
Oh, anything?
He did it again. Mena, you have got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Last time we got the wake up CA, he was able to close it out. Will he get it this time? The activation is guess for game. Protect.
He backs off. EX, he was stuck for so long throwing the V-trigger. It's Jen in. He finds the hit. He finds game number 1.
That was huge. That ability to guess right, recover from that activation situation, take the throw, he made the right call, and then get it back in his favor. Then reacted with the EX head stomp. Great awareness, great reactions. Then one up here, but he is still in loser side. Mena shouldn't be deterred though. Playing incredibly well and really making Zen uncomfortable when he can.
Yes.
Another great start to a round.
The opening from Mena RD. Time to harass. Jen, though, putting up the wall, and so fine. Mena RD sees the pressure's over. No big deal. Back to where he also feels good. That range. That
works.
Oh, okay. Finding the frames of infall in the middle of that dash was Jen.
Oh, just able to block that. Almost caught the button. Great timing on that jump from Mena. He gets caught walking forward again. That's him trying to jump out.
He can make it tricky.
Oh, nice button from Mena. Oh, good confirm.
And again, trying to stay away. Trying to play patiently. Back straws.
Mena, please stop.
Again, the frames.
He's going to Psycho. You don't want to have the corner. He's going to get in the corner anyway.
Jen's defense has got to come into play. We've seen it before. It looks good.
Try to start. It's gone. Psycho is gone. Gets hit. Dash, dash. He's going to get. Oh! The early wake up back throw. Mena just getting his spacing wrong there. Or wasn't anticipating that. Maybe went for some kind of delay, David.
I believe that's right. Yeah, but Jen was right. He got the grab right away.
Surprise dash. Well tech though. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
He had not pressed the button in a while, and as soon as he did, he was right. It was a crush counter. Okay, here's Mena.
Already. So the Psycho Axe coming. Punish to great effect. Sam Crouch medium confirmed. EX confirmed.
Jen's up yet again. How many times have we seen this already? Here's the chance from Mena RD.
Yeah, Mena's used that really well to slow down this moment. He's mixed up his defense so well, David. Is it going to be a button? Is it going to be a wake-up DP?
V-skill fireballs on deck. Triggers on deck. Mena trying to neutral jump, as you can see, over maybe activation point.
Wow.
The super comes again. If you're going to take this bet, why not do as much damage as possible?
Mena is in complete Drago mode. Went for the stand throw bait, didn't come. Not ready for that.
Oh, that is Jen trying to grab. You got suppressed. Suppressed by V-skill 2.
Mena RD, so deadly when he gets going. Gets himself another round. And he only does that when there's no meter there for the V-shift. He's not used it outside of that.
Yeah, he's very disciplined.
Respecting Zen's reactions.
That's what he should.
Finally blocks the X scissors. Tries to dash forward afterwards though.
Hey.
That works. Towards heavy connects. V-shifts out of there, does Zen.
Priority just to be away. Now he's in though.
Delayed throw this time. Wow, wakes up with a back roundhouse and gets a surprise jumping. Wake up buttons finally works. For Zen. What on earth? In the middle of your string?
Right?
He's
And
gonna
big
get
moment.
CA.
He's about to get super. No,
wait,
it's just
killed it, surely.
yeah. The combo route doesn't work for that.
Oh, CA.
Hey, out of there. And again, as we had talked about before, that's been a scope on Zen. The round ender is command grab if he has V-trigger up, and now we've seen in back-to-back matches, Idom and Mena have gotten out of it just at the last second to take their rounds.
Finally, at last, we're seeing people with the Zen command grab. One apiece here. 2 games away, David, from being your Capcom Cup 9 champion. Mena RD, and the crowd behind him here as he attempts to do it.
Yeah, taking his turn right away. And again, just so comfortable. Not just with fireballs, but as we've seen, he's jumped in, he's looking for anti-airs, he's dashed in too if he thinks that Jen's not looking for it. It's just everything that he has available to him here. Yeah, the whip punish is going to
Doesn't work. Of course, he didn't have charges. He walked forward. There had to be hell attack. Couldn't be scissors.
Still just totally in control here. Is Mena looking for scissors or slide. And here comes Jen now.
Oh, it's a back dash this time. Mena makes the right read again. Nice stand up, stand short, stand jab there. Tries to jump out. Mena will look to activate. Here it is. In the back throw. He actually got punished there on that jab. Didn't convert it.
Pushing his opponent out again. EX again. Of course, loop that trigger comes slowly back, but not when you get hit. It goes away. Jen's in now.
What a button.
Hey,
Gonna get count hit though. That should be it. Cycle through that shit. There you go. Zen bringing that round back, but you almost feel scared for Zen. Is it just me?
No, yeah.
I almost feel like, watch out now, because Mena has got. Again, he does it at the right time. Such strategic awareness from Mena. For Bison to deal with without the V-shift there.
He does have that now. The V-skill fireball loaded up. There it is. And it's Jen in. And this will start it off, by the way, by his
wake up stand medium punch, David. Wow. Side switch? No, not quite. Gets the meaty throw though.
Pressure. Jen moves in. Hoping to see fireball. Nothing came like that, but it is his turn still.
Ooh, I thought he was gonna hell attack that. That's a risky neutral jump. Timing on that Psycho Crusher. He's still going meaty there with the CA on. Yeah, he's doing nothing off the Psycho X. Mena's definitely conditioned him, but he's going to get open
too far.
Reach.
And has a little bit of that trigger left. Slowly creeps up that gauge. Whereas Jen's doing the opposite, slowly going away. Crusher will be gone shortly.
Oh, nice.
And as soon as it was, Mena's moving. Look at the time. He's got enough meter to kill. If he finds the right hit, Jen's already in trouble.
Zen doesn't want to go to 1-1. Wants to try and get this 2. Oh, it just reached!
Oh, why not? Why not? And Mena RD found it. Unfortunate for Zen. Mena takes advantage. That could be a huge swing. Look, to be up 2-1 right now if you're Zen, huge. Instead, it could be Mena, who is a game away from taking Capcom Cup.
David, it's one thing being in a finals like this when you've never played in a tournament of this magnitude. It's another thing being in a finals like this and being hit by something like that. I mean, I don't know how he's going to recover, if at all. And Mena
been able to settle himself down, but yeah. Mena back to the game plan. And Zen, to his credit, has been walking forward a lot more. Just patient. Trying to get V-skill up occasionally, but other than that, oh no, misconfirmed.
It's going well for Mena. That wake-up CA has suddenly turned things around.
That's fine for Jen. Didn't get too much out of it, though. Again. Oh, Mena!
Mena so correct with the read, so slippery on defense. The crowd's heavy works this time. Not going to be the toughest strategy. Catch him trying to approach. That should be it. Mena RD, 1 game away. Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat with that CA reversal on Psycho Axe on hit. What a call. Knew the distance was too far to link. And now he gets himself 2 tournament points, and it's a great start.
Indeed, he's looking for the big stuff here. Stunned right away. Jen is in huge trouble. We have seen him make comebacks as we saw versus Idom, but man, right now, Mena seemingly can do no wrong. Plus frames yet again. And Jen, to what effect? Okay, he's out of the corner, but that's fine for Mena. He still has had control here. No, Jen. Into the corner, scheming now to try to find something good. Command grab, he was out of there again!
Goodness.
At the end of rounds, that has been the go-to. Mena RD is 1 round away from being the very first 2-time Capcom Cup champ.
Wow, he's playing so good, Mena. Man possessed after cursing. Commentator's cursing. Shut up, F-word. You're jinxing it.
It's a lot of red up there, but Zhen's got the corner. He's pressing, he's hoping to bait the V-shift. Instead, catching the dash was Mena RD. The awareness off the charts right now, looking for V-skills, not the...
Again, it's so clever with his choices. That's the hold this, the jumping surprises. Zen, he's in the corner. This is where he's got so much mileage. No hell attack on that neutral jump again.
Anti-airs even.
Next. Try to pay it out. Gets the hit. A few more guesses will be enough. This could be it here, David.
That's a big opportunity, though.
Yeah.
Shut down, trying to find it.
Still
Zen.
alive. Oh! He actually
Zen still
dashed forward and pressed the button. He actually does.
He still lives. It is not good night quite yet.
Oh no, that's not a good start though. Misses his whip attempt. It's a good start here.
Control by Mena RD. The knockdown, he will take advantage of it a little bit. But this has largely been about him having control in mid-range. Then we'll look at the knockdown. Okay, into what is the question?
Watching out for that jump. Mena's used so well.
Here we go. Stun mounting.
Well teched. Mena's defense so good. Still alive. Oh, he guesses right again. He's going to look to activate buttons.
No EX from Mena.
That jump.
And so instead it's jump. Yeah, that's been key for him. Jumping
There's
over
the
ball with punish. Block confirm here. Mena RD has it. Expecting the fireball.
Oh my god, could this be it? One more opening for Mena RD to become your Capcom Live champion. Backs away, it lands. He's got 2 more of those. No meter for Bison.
He's trying to bait something out here for Zhen. Zhen is stuck on the ground. Feet planted as he tries to move forward. Activation, why not? Psycho from full screen is going to be okay. No, never mind. It's Mena RD. 2016 was Knuckle Dude. 2017 was this man right here. 2018 was Gotchgoon. 2019, IDOM. And 2023, Capcom Cup 9 champion. 2-timer, Mena RD.
Take a bow. He played like a man possessed. Amazing.
Welcome to a brand new season of the Capcom Pro Tour. Welcome to the 3rd straight season of No Neutral. I am one of your hosts, Big Hollywood, Rob TV, and I am joined with the super famous, the 1 million view per day YouTuber, godlike player, etc., mans like Brian Nerf. What up, bro?
This is why I like you, Rob, because you just lie, and I love it. You know how to lie to make someone feel good.
You're doing so many, bro. You cooking right now. I ain't gonna cap. You cooking.
Is it me, or is it not only just a brand new season of No Neutral, but a brand new game? This is unprecedented. Listen, we came into the scene here to talk about a beloved game, Street Fighter V, but it had grown and matured to that point, and we had kind of grown with the game. But now, everything. It's a fresh start, fresh game, fresh scene, and fresh season of Capcom Pro Tour. And we're here to talk about not only the competitive scene, the game itself, and the players behind it all. And that said, CPT, it's back, baby. And of course, the big headline. Well, let's just get it out of the way right away. Over 2 million in prizing. $1 million for first place for this season of the Capcom Pro Tour. You know, whoever wins Capcom Cup this year, their lives are changed forever. That is history in the making. By far the largest pricing for any FGC event, bar none. So you love to see it. But yeah, Rob, I don't know who's going to qualify, but we got to go through the format to figure out who's going to make it into that position in the first place.
So the format, y'all already know as far as the way that we did it last year. Not we. It ain't like we Capcom. You know what I'm saying? They just hit us up. We're friends of Capcom. But the way that the CPT was last year, you already know we had the CPT online, and we also have now a few offline events. But it's primarily going to be online events. The net code is phenomenal now. Thank goodness. You know what I mean? Thank you to the developers. That's a whole nother ball game at this point. And in every single region, you can either get in through winning your one CPT event or through winning your World Warrior event, which is more of a long-term, months-long process, which has a ranking system and all of that.
So for this year, there's going to be 18 CPT events across different regions, and then 26 different qualifiers through the World Warrior program. So there's going to be a lot of people making it in through that over the course of the season, and which I love to see because it gives time for the meta to develop. So, Street Fighter V, like we said before when this format came out, the game was a bit more mature, right? We still saw some development over the course of a season, but I feel like we're going to see a lot of things shake up from month one, like now, in terms of World Warrior qualifiers towards the end of the season. Who knows what the game's even going to look like by that point? Because we're all babies in the game Street Fighter 6. There's so much more to learn. We also have 3 offline qualifiers. Of course, the Evo champion has qualified for Capcom Cup. If listen, if you come out on top, over 7,000 competitors who are all in one room for the weekend competing, you got to go to Capcom Cup. Of course, we have to see it. And that said, we also have another LCQ spot. Listen, can we talk about Gen real quick? How the LCQ qualifier went on the run of a lifetime in Capcom Cup 2022 to make it to grand finals of Capcom Cup.
Zen was unknown. Let's get that out the gate.
Completely
Except
unknown.
for people, only the people in his region. It was really DCQ that was hyping him up. It was poetic. Shout out to Problem X, one of the greatest Street Fighter players of all time, point blank, Evo champion. But he runs up against Problem X. This guy's name on CFN used to be Fake Problem X. Come on, how much more poetic can you get?
For people who don't know, we used to play, I don't know if you ran into him, I used to play Fake Problem X. He used to be in North America somewhere playing online.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
I played him in ranked and he was okay. He was good. That was a few years back. And then to piece all of this together after the fact that the guy who just won the LCQ used to be Fake Problem X, played against Problem X in the bracket, wins, goes on to get second place in Capcom Cup, and we used to all play him in ranked when he was younger a few years back, and he was good, but not going to grand finals at Capcom Cup good. It was just like mind-blowing to find the lore. So these players can come out of nowhere. When you think you found it all, which the World Warrior gives a lot more exposure to a lot more players from different regions, and we got to see a lot more talent shine, there was still more to uncover at the very end of Street Fighter V's lifespan. I honestly couldn't believe this story.
It's easy to get focused in on wherever you may be at the moment. It's easy for us to think that, we know all the best players. No, I'm telling you, we seen it with Zen. We didn't know this guy. He comes out, he's amazing. Now he's getting invited to all these big events as he deserves. Another example of that wasn't CPT, but it just happened this year in Street Fighter 6. Jobby M and Tokido is one of that I'm telling you, being there in that venue, bro, that was one of the craziest experiences I ever seen in a fighting game. Like, you gotta think the pressure of the world, of his whole country, his whole continent even, is on his shoulders. The crowd is extremely hype. It's a random draw. He gets Tokido of all people, bro. It's like a somber feeling, like, dang, as if he just lost. You know what I mean? It's already over.
You're hoping
with.
He gets at least one softball to like get a little momentum going before the hometown hero has to go home. Instead, you got the final boss round one.
You get the final boss out the gate and goes and actually cooks him, man. That was a shout out to Tokido, fighting game god. But that's the type of stuff that you get to see when it comes to Street Fighter, when it comes to the Capcom Pro Tour, and especially with this format that actually highlights multiple regions. But I actually want to take it back a little bit, Brian, and go back to the fact that you just said we just had over 7,000 competitors for Street Fighter 6 at Evo. How do we get to this point, bro? You just said we had like we I don't want us to get desensitized to what you're saying, bro. Over $2 million $1 million for first place. Do you know, Brian, when we first met, bro, we was driving to Chicago to play in
Fighting for scraps, driving hours and hours to compete, and like that's crazy, bro. Playing in our locals. Before I met you, I fought for less, man. We would go 6 deep in the car, you know, totally abiding all legal rules of the road, of course, safely traveling.
I know
to the venue. And we would tell the concierge, of course, we have totally only 2 people in this hotel room, of course, and we're not definitely not 8 people deep, you know, sleeping on the floors, finding any kind of open space. That's how it was back in the day, and it was all just fueled by passion. And I think our passion has been recognized by Capcom, and they've decided to make the numbers reflect that. And I think it shows also with the entrance we're seeing with these tournaments right now. It's really honestly hard to believe where we've come.
You know, one of the things that I'm most excited about with Street Fighter 6, it's like we've all come together to play this game. There's people from all different parts of the fighting game community, and we all have given. It's not even just, you know, elephant in the room. Okay, there's $2 million on the line. Of course, that is crazy, and there's a lot going on with that. However, the reviews for the game have been phenomenal. Like, we're all enjoying the game and loving the game, so it's dope to see, man. I would not be surprised to see someone like Sonic Fox perhaps even possibly take a Capcom Cup. Somebody that we don't know as a regular Street Fighter player.
I think we've already seen the seeds of that for a long time. Like, listen, if you've been a long-time Street Fighter player, I would say check the ego right now. Because you're going to be sorely disappointed when you start getting beat by some people who come from a different scene or come from a different genre entirely. If you can game, you can game, and that means you learned how to learn, and you can learn to excel at Street Fighter 6. I put this message out to anybody interested in Street Fighter and competing for that $2 million prize pool. You can do it. If you have demonstrated the ability to compete at the highest level of any game out there, I don't care if it's, you know, chess or something. It doesn't matter what it is. If you demonstrated that ability to learn, you can come to Street Fighter 6 and potentially win it all. And if you're a longtime Street Fighter player, you better be training and staying on your toes. So I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to be coming for your lunch money. They're really trying to eat that lunch right now.
In my opinion, my personal opinion, I think Street Fighter 6 is a lot more, like infinitely more exciting from a viewer's standpoint.
I think it's exciting at all levels. That's the one thing I really like about this game is I think that at every level of play, there's something grounded and universal about the experience that everyone can latch onto, because DI, Drive Impact, is like the great mini game. It's extremely powerful, but it's extremely straightforward. And you know, if you win the mini game, it's the biggest dopamine rush, right? They do the big unblockable. You press it back in time and react, you win. If not, you lose.
Right.
It's so simple. And so anyone from new challenger, iron, bronze to grandmaster, whatever rank they may or may not add in the future, right? To Evo champion, you have that unifying mini game, and no matter who you are, if you counter the Drive Impact,
it does feel good. Bro. Yeah, but it's so funny because it kind of makes you feel like you punishing them for being a scrub, but as if you don't do it your damn self. Like you do DI all the time. You
have to.
I love that's my is that my favorite mechanic in it? You know what? Drive Rush is my favorite mechanic in the game, even though Drive Impact gives me the most dopamine. But when I say Drive Rush, I don't mean Drive Rush in neutral. I mean the combo extensions,
right?
Which later on in the season, I might have to have a little apology to you, Brian, for what you said about having more in-depth, fun, you know, a bit more complex combos, because I have been having a lot of fun with a lot of these DJ combos. I'm not gonna lie, it's been fun.
Street Fighter has never been just about the footsies. Doing the combos is fun. I'm sorry.
It's fun.
It's super fun. But
especially when the ones you might drop, it's fun.
Of course. Yeah, if you're going that little bit extra mile, that's what I love about the drive system in general, is that you're constantly always playing this balancing act too with your meter management. So it's not only is this combo complex, but the reward is worth it. Should I go for it? It's also, is it even worth the meter? Should I do a different route that prioritizes something else? Like, you're constantly playing this balancing act with the drive meter, which is a super engaging mechanic. So you can never just do your canned combo sequence, right? In Street Fighter 5, you land the hit in a situation. Sure, you have super meter to manage, but for the most part, it's not as devastatingly high to burn your meter. You know what I mean? Like, you're saying, do I save up for the super, or do I burn it on EX? With the tri meter, it's, do I burn it on the combo, or do I keep this alive so I don't die?
Yeah,
because if you go to burnout, you can die.
Bro.
And Drive Rush is super flexible. I think Drive Rush, even in neutral, I think the mechanic defensively, people are still figuring out how to utilize it and defend against it, but also offensively how to use it. I think the mechanic is one of the most flexible mechanics ever introduced in a Street Fighter in terms of application and defense. So I think Drive Rush is actually a super sick mechanic. And I love the Drive Rush combos.
This game really rewards you for having the hours put in there, because I think in 5 it was easier to, as you said, like get to that point of your subconscious is going to do the combo. Now there's so much more to consider with the drive meter, or was this a punish counter, or you might have hit somebody. Was it a counter hit? Was it a punish counter? And then being able to optimally follow up based off of that right there. It's a lot more in depth. So the way that the drive gauge system was done, chef's kiss, 10 out of 10, perfect. Like I said, maybe Drive Rush is the only thing people debate on whatsoever.
But I get good. I don't know. That's how I feel right now.
Yeah, the game is balanced, bro. The game is balanced.
Right. And I think feeling powerful is a huge part of the game, and I think that was a great thing that they've done up front. I mean, speaking of feeling powerful, we haven't even touched on modern controls.
Oh my God. Bro, when modern controls were announced, we thought that it would be like, okay, they explained to us what it is and everything, right? But we thought that pretty much it would be not viable. Like, it's only for people to learn the game, but you can't really play it in tournament because you're not really going to be, your character's going to get too weak. That has been proven entirely wrong, which has been one of the most fascinating developments of Street Fighter 6. People are cooking with modern controls.
Right. There was a hint, I don't want to completely, maybe I'm wrong looking back on what my opinion was, but I feel like there was still that seed of like, this might be good in my thoughts about modern controls, because the ability to do special moves, one button, or supers one button, that is inherently going to be super powerful in the hands of a high level player. And I always find the debate about modern controls so funny, because I think what gets lost is the context of where we are concerned about modern controls. I'm not concerned about someone, a weaker player beating me with modern controls. I'm concerned about a player who's already going to beat me with classic, then picking modern and beating me worse. That's what I'm concerned about. Suddenly, it's like, oh, I can just react to anything you do with my one button super. I'm a little bit concerned about that. So we've seen a lot of players, especially in Japan, taking modern controls very seriously, using it at the highest level and high level competitions in Street Fighter League. Players like Shudo, players like Haitani, going on massive win streaks with modern variations. I think it's like a 70 plus game win streak in Japan with modern controls. Doing that, and then Shudo going to big tournaments, grand finals using modern Marissa. So it's a real control scheme. It has its pros and cons, just like any other choice you make in this game, any character you pick, any controller peripheral you pick, pros and cons with everything. In modern, it's real. So I'm waiting to see who's going to be like in like more like the North American scene, who's going to finally pick it up and do some work, because I think there's some untapped potential there for sure. Definitely some untapped potential, but there is a region that we are going to be watching today that I believe has the exact same thing, some untapped potential. We've seen Travis Styles, we've seen ROF, Somniac, Rumors, you name it, all kinds of players. Ghost Chips, I can go on, BK Sama, what we doing here, bro? Goldie, all kinds of godlike players over there, and we're about to see the continuation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first installment of the Capcom Pro Tour 2023 for Street Fighter 6 Oceania.
Street Fighter 6.
Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas. Here, we flex our style, our passion, our creativity, our skills. We come here to break rules, to bend minds, to change the game. This is where we make an impression. Not just one. This is where we make our masterpiece.
Street Fighter 6.
Available now.
He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Fight with all your heart!
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million.
It's showtime, baby! Guano takes it over Idol!
Alright, you ready?
You don't want to miss it! Let him go! Look at the damage! Look at that damage!
Now's not the time for jokes.
Your two-time Capcom Cup champion.
It's Mena RD!
The road to $1 million begins today online with the Capcom Pro Tour. Welcome everybody to the first Capcom Pro Tour of Street Fighter 6. My name is James Chen, and I am joined by
Jake Ryan, man. We have a beautiful stage right behind us. Shout outs to Capcom. They've actually taken us to the Battle Hub itself. We're in the World Tour.
We're in Metro City
Dude,
right
it's
now.
actually insane. I'm wondering where Cody is with the pipe behind us, all right? I'm scared. I'm scared Haggard's going to pull up. Something's going to happen. But we know that we are going to be crowning ourselves our top 8 competitors after we play out through today for Oceania. But we do want to also celebrate the event that we just had here at EVO. Such an amazing EVO. Angry Bird, man.
Dude, Evo was, that top 6, was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. I mean, the fact that we had so many games to go down to the final game, final round was so amazing. What a great way to kick off Street Fighter 6. If that's the kind of top 6 that we get, we're in for a good time for the next few years. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, we are set in stone for such an amazing legacy that Street Fighter 6 has to offer. And I wanted to take a moment for everyone who's watching and everyone who's ever enjoyed Street Fighter in any way, shape, or form to take a moment of silence for someone who has been a pillar of our community, an amazing piece. And sadly, that piece is... It's hard to say this.
Look, we're commentators, right?
Yeah.
And we love a lot of what the commentators do. And in one of the main commentators for SFL Japan, Nanai, who just attended EVO literally last week.
He got 7th place at Idol Showdown and had a love for the game that was really unmatched and a love for fighting games and commentary and everything. So we just want you guys and everyone in the world to just take a moment of silence to remember Nanai and all the amazing moments and anything you remember from them. So please take that moment and thank you, Nanai.
Yeah, it's obviously a very unfortunate thing. I mean, he flew back from Japan to Japan from EVO, and I think just passed away a few days ago. And I know Daigo has had some great words for him, and all the commentators over there as well. So we've definitely lost a member of the family here. So we definitely wanted to make sure we had that opportunity to give him thanks and to give his family and friends the proper thoughts and well wishes.
Exactly. And in honor of Nanai, we're going to have an amazing top 16 here to open up the CPT. It's what Nanai would have wanted, bringing joy to any broadcast he was a part of, the Street Fighter League Japan, anything from Grand Blue, and enjoying an amazing time at EVO with everyone across the world. And that's what we're going to be doing here for every season, because this is for you, Nanai, and I want everyone to remember that. So once again, thank you for being a wonderful part of our community, and I can't wait to see you in the next match that we get to. And, talking about that, we are going to get started. Got to bring it up just a little bit because all smiles all the time, some of the most hype. And we want to be able to bring that too, starting with one of the most diverse regions that we've seen in history, Oceania. So talk to me, because before it was the king of Oceania was Travis Styles. And I think we saw that name in the top 16 this time. And we had a couple of different previews that we were going to go over too. Like we wanted to talk about which players we had, but who have you been looking forward to? Because it's been 2 months now, man.
I mean, look, Travis Styles is obviously, I'm curious to see what he's going to go with without the Balrog, right? I mean, again, look.
No gloves, man.
We don't know anything at this point in time. The game is barely a little over 2 months old, you know? And even though in this day and age, we learn more about fighting games in 2 months than we used to in like 2 years.
Exactly.
Right? Like, even though we know a lot about it, but like the players who are coming out, I mean, we're going to get so many young players coming out of the woodwork. We're going to get some old school veterans coming out of the woodwork. And then, like we saw at EVO Top 6, we're going to get a lot of the same guys.
A lot of the same Japanese gods pulling up with an M on their forehead. Hi, Tani, I've seen you. I've seen a lot of that wonderful play.
But, I mean, to be fair, top 3 was all not Japan at EVO this year.
That's right.
So, I mean, I feel like the field is wide open, and we are going to get the first winner here from the Oceania region. And the World Warrior events are about to start.
Exactly.
I would like to mention that. And shout outs to Unga Down Under with a new logo. So Urian maybe doesn't, he's not around anymore.
We had to reflect on what we did. We really looked into the Aegis and thought that it was time to change, because he's not there anymore. But, as faces have begun to change, some of the pricing has also changed, talking about what you get for playing in this top 16, what you get for getting into that top 8. We're going to take a look at that in just a moment, because there's more than just a qualifying spot on the line. First place for this event in Oceania gets you the $2,500. Second place gets the $1,200, $800, and $500, so on and so forth. So there's money on the line, as well as that prestigious chance to get. Yes, pretty good. That's pretty good bills right there. That's a lot of Benjamins. What do they get if they get the qualification, though? What are they fighting for, James?
I mean, because one of the things is the reason why there's more money here, because remember, they said it's a $2 million plus pot for the entire Capcom Pro Tour. Again, as I said at the start of this, $1 million for the winner of Capcom Cup this year. But again, over $2 million will be given out for this entire season. And not only that, though, of course, this is fighting for a CPT spot.
Oh, yeah.
Which we already have one person in, of course. That is, of course, Angry Bird. He had to go through 7,048 players or something like that. So
Easy.
It was a little harder than, some tournaments that we're going to be having. But, I
mean, for all of his opponents, it was the most important day of their life. And for him, it was just Sunday.
Yeah.
So he made it happen. Angry Bird pulled up Nasser's own against Mena RD, showing up second. And even Mena, the spirit of competition was so strong, because Mena got second and said, I did not lose. The memories, the moments, everything that he got from playing at EVO, the first opening of the Capcom Pro Tour, was worthwhile. And that's what's so cool. And, those players are fighting for something even worthwhile as well right now. Gamers 8 across the world.
Oh,
so
that's true.
Yeah, we've got it
right,
here.
right.
We've got the Angry Birds out in groups. Everybody is duking it out there as well. So there's high-level Street Fighter everywhere across the world, and that's what's so beautiful about this game, especially with how the netcode is so strong as well. It's so good. Dude, I boot up and I'm like, hey, Kaba, you want to fight? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And then he booms me to death.
and then all I ever do is just go to Battle Hub and sit on one of those machines earning kudos
hanging out with the
day.
turtles.
There's a lot of turtles there right now. Shout outs to Cap Jams for one of the more confusing moments until it
we were
was
like,
all
what's
clear.
going on, man? Donatello and Raph? Are you guys just big fans?
Man.
Are we getting a new comic book? And we got more than a comic book.
Exactly. They're going to be, you know what? I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, didn't they cross over with Batman at one point? So Batman exists in the same universe
Are you
as
telling
the
me
cast of Street
that
Fighter.
he's going to fight Ken Masters? He's going to get to the bottom of his crimes and be like, I know you were set up. You're going to absolve him and be like, you're not a bad guy.
Batman wandering through Metro City at night. Oh, that would be amazing.
All these people are fighting, but it's not against the rules. He's like, what do I do, man? This isn't crime? This is wild. It would be a crime for us to hold this up any further,
Yeah,
though.
fair. Everyone's like, shut up already.
Guys, I want to watch some Street Fighter.
Yeah, so Street Fighter 6 again. If we can, let's take a look at the top 16 players that are in this match here. And again, a lot of names that we have seen before. So Freezer, Honda, Travis Styles, Somniac, ROF are all names that were in the top 16 for the past 2 years during the entire pandemic season, for these online events as well. And so, yeah, again, we're seeing a lot of the same names, but we're definitely going to see a lot of new names, new faces here, and get to know some new people. I cannot wait to see the new blood coming in here and doing some domination, because remember when Street Fighter V first started at the very first North American qualifier, some kid named Punk came out there and defeated Justin, got second place to Tokido. So, he turned out kind of good. So I can't wait to find out who Street Fighter 6's Punk, who might come in here and redefine the entire meta of the game is.
Yeah, and we might have some of those players on the loser side too. I do recognize a couple of these names as well. BK Sama versus a Wild Llama. These names are just perfectly. Thank you, production, for having them lined up. I know the bracket was decided by their play, but lining them up like this is so good. The agent has to fight Doug Cuddles.
I remember the.
Imagine
I can't forget the name.
It's
Doug
so
Cuddles.
good, dude. He pulls up the bracket and he says, "I am Doug. What is your role? I cuddle." That is what happens playing a fighting game. On the other side, Zarzam versus Microsoft J, and Steve Yo versus AIP Mont, filling up the rest of our top 16 winners and loser side. And we're going to go all the way through until we get to that top 8 tonight. So Street Fighter 6 may be one of the fastest games in the West, East, and the rest of the world, but we've got a lot of matches to play and a lot to determine here, because there's going to be, again, we have no idea what the character spread is going to be here. This is the first time we get this huge showcase of the Oceania region before the World Warrior to see exactly what these players are bringing to the table when there's a CPT spot on the line. And I feel like that's when you put your best foot forward, right? You're not picking up your day 2 Rashid and bringing it into the qualifiers. You're bringing out your day 60 jury, and you're going to be like, all right, cool, no top 24 jury footage to watch. This is my time to shine. It is here. It's now.
Yeah, top 24 footage, you said?
Yeah.
So, but in any case, but yeah, well, let's.
Jack isn't here, man.
Let's get to our first match here, all right? Because I know you guys are all waiting for this, and I'm waiting for this as well. Because again, as I mentioned, ROF, Somniac, 2 players that we have seen many times during the course of Street Fighter V, and as you can see here, beautiful graphic, great job,
so cool,
great
dude.
job to you guys over there. But you can actually see here, it looks like it's going to be JP versus Luke coming up here.
Oh, yeah, one of the best well-rounded characters in the game on the side of Luke versus JP, the Menace. Kakaru getting the highest placing at EVO, but we're going to see how ROF feels about this matchup coming up now. See exactly what they have to say, and it's me fighting Somniac as an Oceania classic. Looking forward to the day as well. An honor to be sure, and you know what? That is a class act right there. It is the Oceania special right here that we're going to get. Somniac versus ROF. Now, the inauguration into the Capcom Pro Tour online here. And yeah, Luke is definitely one of the characters that has a pretty good time navigating against JP. Obviously, Fireballs will beat the OD Amnesia on Wake Up. Does beat the level 1 Wake Up as well, so have to be a little bit more sparing in using that option, especially if Luke is looking for it. And, hit scan from the Sandblast, advancing jabs, but you make one mistake, you're back to full screen, and ROF can really play that zoning game, and maybe a rushdown game too with JP. So I want to see how this shakes up. Our first match of CPT Oceania, top 16, man, oh good. And it's, dude, we even got the bottom ticker right there showing us everything. Nice. Beautiful, dude. They're gonna keep showing us stuff on production, and I'm gonna sip my Red Bull every time and be like, I'll drink to that.
And you know what? I'm really excited about this because honestly, look, there's 18 characters in this game, right?
Oh, yeah.
People talking about the tier lists and everything like that. People have been talking about tier lists, but this is truly a game that I personally feel like there are about 10 characters in the top 5.
It's like the end discussion when we got to Street Fighter V.
Right.
We're like, yeah, there's like 20 characters in the top 10 and then like 20 in the bottom 10.
But what the interesting thing was, even in Street Fighter V, a lot of people were saying, I mean, it's usually Luke and Dhalsim were the ones that you talked about.
The 1 and 2s.
Yeah. But even right now, everybody that you talk to, I mean, sure, there's maybe like a small group that, covers most people's 1 through 3.
Yeah.
But everybody you talk to puts them in different orders.
Oh, they put them in different places.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, what character fits here? I put Ken in the square hole.
Yeah.
That's like, where did you put Jury? I put her in the square hole. Well, where'd you put Guile? I put him in the square hole. But there's nothing square about this. We're getting into our first match. Winners quarterfinals here. The triangle. No triangle. No triangle.
Here we go. So again, JP, and you know, as he first came out, JP and DJ were the first two characters out of the gate that everyone was like, these characters are going to be problems, but it actually turned out that people started figuring out JP's zoning. But then we figured out JP can rush down as well. And so he's remained still a terror. As you mentioned, Kakeru, probably the strongest JP on the planet right now.
Yeah, and I really think that the JP matchup comes down to how fast the JP can really burn your resources. Because if you're fighting against JP and you're in burnout, I believe he becomes the strongest character in the game. So you have to be able to manage your resources while giving everything to approach, while also hanging on a thread to not burn out before he does. And what we're seeing right here is just that.
He was trying to bait something out. I'm not sure what it was, but look at this with a light button check. And hear that spike coming, ready to come at you.
Oh, and yeah, you're not allowed to block anymore on the side of Somniac, but now Burnout on the side of ROF. But look at, now he's in Burnout, not close enough to the corner to get the stun just yet. And now it's a battle of attrition.
Oh, he knew. He was like, you know what? You can't drive impact me. So here we go to the corner, mix-up time. Oh, no. He wasn't far back enough to get that crouch heavy punch.
Yeah, the only opportunity you really had there to get the anti-air was maybe a micro walk forward into a cross cut. Kind of difficult, you know, not the easiest 2 months in, but that is a Street Fighter fundamental from 5 that hopefully we see transition over to 6.
One of the things that, you know, you talked about. So again, for those people who haven't been watching a lot of Street Fighter 6, maybe you've just come back here and like, this is cool, time for new game. The drive gauge management is everything in this game. So you do not want to get burned out. You do not want to lose all that meter. And so you really have to figure out how to spend your meter and also drain your opponent's drive gauge as well. So I feel like that's more important than the life gauge in this game.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope. That's kind of like as soon as you put your opponent in burnout, if they don't have any meter, they run out of options and they just completely start to fall apart. And every punish counter really starts to add up. Level 2 here, going to lead into the kill. You are absolutely done. Snap your fingers. You creep.
Oh no, he mistimed it. He didn't get the spike. The spike is supposed to continue the combo, but he mistimed it a little bit. He's gonna make it over. Oh boy, and guess what? He's about to get his meter back, and this is beautiful. This stops ROF's drive gauge gain, and now Somniac has gained everything back. Drive rush, maybe into an impact or something like that, but here he comes. Yeah!
And he's not close enough there. It doesn't matter. Did not have the spacing correct right there, and ROF clinches it in that last moment. Gotta always be aware of your screen position. The real estate was on JP's side. There's a reason he's Shadowloo's accountant, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it was a smart idea. He had to try to go for it. That would have been the win if they were close enough. Unfortunately, not close enough. Oh boy, that was brutal. But you know what? A lot of these matches have been going like this here in Street Fighter 6, just coming down to these clutch moments like this. Like I said, EVO Top 6 was full of this.
Yeah, you're talking about clutch moments versus JP. If you haven't watched it, go watch Tokido versus Kakeru and the last decision, because that was a heartbreaker in a head.
Kakeru, honestly, had the 2 roughest losses back-to-back in a top 6 that I may have ever seen.
Dude, the alternate timeline, and he's the EVO champ.
Yeah,
like, that's all it is.
Honestly, yes, 100%. And right there, you saw right there. You see how he uses the fake? ROF uses the fake. What that does is it causes Somniac to use the drive parry, but then he doesn't block anything.
Yeah.
So he actually loses some of that drive meter. And so you saw Somniac immediately drive rush to try to get some use out of that. Oh,
yeah. And the thing is, he was checking that range consistently because we kept seeing the crouching medium punch come out of ROF, and he wasn't finding a way to jump out or escape. Now you got one more guess. You can try to amnesia. Wakes up with the super. Give me my drive bar back. Thanks for the donated meter. Good round on the board for Somniac.
Yep. Obviously, level 1s in this game all have invincibility, except for a few characters like DJ. Suspiciously does not have one, although it's great for whiff punishing. But level 1s have invulnerability for most characters, so they are your only hope a lot of the times when you're burned out.
Yeah, and it's like die fighting or lose the battle of attrition where they can jail into the drive impact.
Yep.
So pretty difficult kind of a catch-all scenario. Yeah, this is unwinnable right here. Yeah.
I mean, fortunately, the drive impact situation, if it is a jail from a block stun, you'll see lock show up on the screen.
Yeah.
And the guy won't actually get stunned, but...
Ooh, big whiff right there on the perfect knuckle. Not able to get the real connection.
Yeah, you can't jump backwards in the corner like that on a JP that's well aware.
And I like that option to parry here, but he's getting caught off guard just a little bit. Every single time you get punished countered on the grab, you lose a brick too. So.
Yeah, and it's 2,000 damage.
It's so much.
Dude, for most characters have 10,000 damage.
20% off.
Yeah, right. 10,000 health. So 5 punish throws will kill you. And it's crazy. That's a lot of damage to throws.
Nice check on the dash. Ooh. That is some Street Fighter legacy right there, where you're able to check the dash. It might not be the green one, but I'm sure someone's ready to react to the regular. And now about to be in burnout. This is so hard because you don't want to block just about anything, but the critical art here is a huge answer, and there it is!
He just didn't think.
It's over.
Ooh, so there it is right there. ROF with 2 games, and look. Drive impacts are scary, and they're very, very strong. We saw this at EVO top 6. Everybody got hit by drive impacts. Everybody got hit by them, which simultaneously made me feel better about myself, but obviously simultaneously made me mad.
Yeah, and ROF not mad about anything here. That's the only time we're going to be seeing him today as he moves on to the top 8 in a very strong position with JP. He's just playing, man. That's what it stands for, and he's just playing. Tomorrow we will not see him anymore today. Somniac obviously will be going over to the loser side of things to fight it out once again with the Luke, and there was a lot of really great opportunities there. Good punishes on the dash forwards really from ROF that changed the pace, and it just came down at the end to one drive impact in the corner. And we saw that too. The top 8 Evo stabs, I think drive impact was only used 2 times, and it connected successfully in the corner. So using the tool, it may be powerful, but using it in a sparing way is so huge, because he had been looking for the teleport. He had been looking for the spike. He'd been looking for the faint ghost. He's been looking for regular ghost. One more throw would have killed him, and he's like, I'm just going to put it on the table, man. You got to press it. Do you have the drive impact foot pedal? I don't think so.
Right. Again, I mean, some people have, jokingly called Street Fighter 6 Mental Stack Fighter 6.
There's so much to think about, man.
So many things to think about, drive rushes, drive impacts, dashes, jumps, special moves, etc.
So much.
But again, that's kind of one of the things that, makes this game, I feel like, a very, very difficult and fun game to play. Honestly, yeah. And so shout outs to ROF for realizing, look, I haven't used drive impact raw kind of in this situation one time. Let's try it out and see if he's ready for this.
Yeah, because I think that was actually the first one raw that we were able to see, and it paid off immensely in that situation. So using the tool when it's most necessary gets you the win. We also saw that like with command grab characters. I think there was only one OD command grab the entire set between Mena and Tokido, and it was the last interaction of their set.
Right,
so having those tools and only using them when it matters most after you've applied every other layer, it's pretty good because they've been conditioned. That's why the hair looks so nice, right, James?
I mean, I try.
Exactly. That's what. You got the James hair, not the Banana Ken hair.
Yeah, exactly. It's the samurai style.
Exactly. Loving it.
Again, man. I mean, people my age don't have this hair, so I'm letting
you gotta rock it, man.
I'm letting it grow for a while. But I mean, I can't also wait to see how all these players continue to grow as well.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully they can grow as beautifully and luscious as my hair. That is the weirdest statement I might have ever said on this. Anyways, let's go to the next match. Let's go to the next match over here.
No
and
hesitation.
It is going to be TB versus Crown over here. And you can see here 2 younger players here, 23 years old, 27 years old. Really excited to see how these Australian players go at it and which characters they go with as well. Definitely have commentated some Asia region matches before online tournaments, and a lot of players from New Zealand, Australia region, and man, the variety that we have seen of character choices so far has been amazing. So I can't wait to see what these guys rock. But it looks like it's going to be a JP and Ryu here.
Yeah, I mean, right now the only thing on the 2 entrees on the menu are Shoto and JP. Would you like a Japanese Shoto? Well, we've got JP and Ryu, JP and Luke. Who else are we going to present? If it's another JP and they put Ken Masters on the screen, I feel like we have a narrative that we're developing. However, we're going to see exactly how he's able to stand up against JP this time, because we saw how strong ROF was able to display all the tools that JP has to offer, not only the teleports, but spikes, ghosts, and, you know, maybe some goblins. Who knows? But yeah, this next match is going to be good because Ryu, dude, I love it.
They still, I've
They're
seen
so
them a
good.
million times, and they still make me laugh.
They're so funny every time. Also, got the Ryu theme on in the back. Got to keep it classic.
I'll tell you, man, like, I like this theme. It doesn't feel like a Ryu theme to me, but you know what? I'll let it rock here.
I feel like if you put the B-boy costume on Ryu with the hat, this theme is perfect.
Yes.
This theme goes so hard that way. Also, Drip Lord on the side.
Yeah. And again, Ryu is one of those characters that you haven't seen a lot of people going with. And in fact, I think in the top 96 at EVO, he was one of 2 characters who was completely missing. I think it was him and Honda who are not in the top 96.
I did my part. I knocked the Honda out. You got to do your part too, guys. You can't let Ryu, the World Warrior, show up on the main stage. And it's happened here. All right, nobody could stop Crown from reaching this part. And TB trying to fight back, but we're seeing a much better battle here. But again, it comes down to the drive gauge, and now this is where you're about to lose over 20% on any mistake you made. And if he's able to build the level 2, an unblockable is in your future.
Yeah,
Look at the chip.
In case you guys don't know, yeah, if you're in burnout, you just take chip damage
Bro, he's
all
gonna
day.
die.
Dude, he's so gonna die.
Dude,
Look at this.
It's over. He died. I told you. It's a battle of the gauges. And as soon as TV put him into burnout, he's like, I got 60% health for you to take.
Yeah, that was brutal right there. But again, when you lose that, when you're in burnout, you also lose all of the access to drive impact, drive parry, overdrive, drive reversal. You just lose anything that you can do using that meter. And then on top of all that, everything you block adds 4 extra frames of block stun.
I'm plus.
So you just get locked down so badly. So again, a lot of people said, I wish you weren't so weak when you burned out. But no, you're supposed to be bad when you burned out. Like, you have to manage that gauge.
Dude, look at the animations on your character. He's breathing heavy. You think you could fight against these spears this entire time? Also, I really like the answer that Crown had earlier to the drive rush. He actually countered it with a sweep because you're not able to block low in that time while you're running forward. So I like that from Crown, but still losing the battle of attrition.
Oh,
and,
no, here we go
if he
again.
if he level 2s, it's over. It's actually just over. That is going to be the first game here.
Yep, right here.
Full screen, yep.
Oh, he doesn't even need it.
Yeah,
he caught him jumping, and that was it right there because I think Crown was thinking the exact same thing. He's going to activate level 2, so I'm waking up and jumping forward.
Yeah.
And then TB was like, nope, sorry, too bad. TB, too bad.
JP, TB, I mean, is he going to join a team where it's 2 other letters? So we just have AU, TB, whatever, back to it. But Crown, you know, trying to find a way back, actually getting in, sustaining 2 of the bars of the drive gauge here, but slowly getting chipped away. You have to keep him in the corner because now you're burnt out again, just about.
Yeah, but again, it wasn't even just chipping out. It was, again, some of those fake fireballs that JP has that baits out the use of the drive parry that causes you to lose that meter there.
Yeah, half a bar almost every single time.
Yeah, and it's tough because, like, Ryu wants to throw fireballs at you from a screen away, but JP is just so powerful. I mean, he actually causes Guile trouble zoning, right?
Good.
So, tell me how you feel about Guile, Jay.
I don't want to talk about that blonde guy right now. That's all I'm saying. But finally, Crown finding a way out and gets a round on the board. TB getting a little bit impatient in the corner, scared, trying to drive impact. And I like that, too, against Crown, because if Crown were to press a button there, automatically is just going to die off of the combo TB presents. But
no.
Yeah, this is a punish counter and a half. You're almost out of bricks, dude.
And remember, when you get hit by a punish counter, you lose drive gauge. And it's unique for every button that you use. So if you see someone miss a DP, find the button that drains the most drive gauge. Hit them with that one.
That's your age-old crush counter. Nice, went for the feint ghost
Oh,
again. And now
there it
burned
is.
out,
Yeah.
tried to get the parry, but just didn't have enough. Yeah, if you have less than half a brick and you press parry, you're burning out automatically.
Yeah, fortunately, when you are burned out, your offense is exactly the same. Your block stun, everything is the same, so you can rush down in the same way, and that's what his Crown is trying to do, but couldn't get the cross cut. Still, though, is alive here and is trying to get the pressure, but what a jump back air-to-air from TB.
Yeah, recovered his time off that DP. Perfect parry and gets a punish counter punish. I love that. Had the correct spacing to go into the Tatsu, but no!
He was trying to bait an amnesia or something, and instead TB woke up with a throw.
Yeah, the power.
That feels bad.
Yeah, that's rough. Giving too much respect on wake up there. Now TB playing this full screen game. Any hit confirm will kill. And if he's buffering.
Oh, he's about to
oh my God.
burn him out. They burned each other out here at this point.
No anti-air. Back to the corner, but
no
drive impact
OD
isn't a
amnesia.
factor.
You
Oh my
didn't
God,
have. Oh, he was
no!
waiting. He was trying to bait out the super. He was trying to bait out the super, but instead TB using that opportunity to jump out of the corner. Oh.
Yeah, didn't see the crosscut that time. It was a counter hit, so I'm actually curious as if the input just didn't come out the way Crown wanted to. But now, Alpha Academy baited the meter. Crown feeling good.
Still landed the cross up, able to get the combo of the Tatsu. There's the OD amnesia.
Finally whipping it out. But yeah, parry blocks high and low. It does everything.
Nice. There you go. Yep. Only weakness of the drive parry is the throw.
Uh-oh. Locked down. This is where the pressure becomes. Meaty Hashigeki.
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
You're probably wondering how I got here. This man who's not wearing shoes
Oh,
is
is he
beating
going
the
for the
hell
level
out of me.
3? Is he going for the level 3? Here he is. Is this gonna kill? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. This is not gonna kill.
You just needed to get your first one of the season.
Yeah, I really did. I really did. So
Burnt
there
out
you go.
though, so any mistake is going to be so hard. Again, the counter hit, double counter hit, time to get
Oh,
stunned.
boy.
Not even going to be close to kill. Maybe a cheeky reset is in our future.
Yeah, let's watch out for a fuzzy setup, perhaps.
Now you have full gauge. It's so hard.
Oh, he went
my
low.
God.
He actually tried to do the opposite, but what a perfect parry into the punish, and Crown is going to tie it up 1-1.
All right, Ryu, that was kind of sick. I'm not going to lie. You don't get the punish if you just parry there, too. So
How do you even think of doing that?
I mean, it's the same. I don't know. It's each their own. The optimal punish is to press drive impact there. However, like, no, he had the health to do it, but parrying it's kind of nice. It's like, yeah, hold that L.
Parry is very strong and a difficult tool to learn to use too. At least for me, because it's just like you can use it everywhere. So when do you not use it?
Yeah, it's like sometimes people overuse the muscle and it's like overcorrecting. It's like, oh, you know, you're leaning back and you're using your back for your bicep
yeah.
exercise. That's how parry gets used a lot of the
That
time.
happens to me all the time, Jake. How did you
Absolutely.
know?
You know it.
Yeah, clear. Oh, nice throw tech.
Oh, yep, and again.
I love that, yeah.
Drive rush sweep, full screen, so much coverage. And drive rushing through the ghost is like one of the primary strategies to get through this guy.
Yeah, the ghosts will not hit until they reach you. So if you can get through them faster, you can surpass their startup, essentially. And this is an interesting situation here because TB is, oh no, actually now they're both about equal in drive gauge.
Double feint ghost into the dash up. A little too afraid. Wow, he canceled the drive rush early into the OD ghost. I'm afraid, Crown. That was terrifying.
And again, you know, we were kind of talking about this earlier, right? Saving like these little things for the end. He hadn't used the command grab ghost until that moment right there.
Yeah,
So
and if you're not ready for the sound cue, there's no world you're jumping that, especially when you're thinking of the drive rush. Now, 1 round away. TB. Let's see how this goes.
God, that crouching meter kick hit so far, but what a perfect parry.
Thank God
From
you can
Crown.
follow up after. Thank God.
Oh, man.
And again, just playing this full screen. Drive gauges are just about even here.
Oh, nice check. And now Crown. Oh, he got the hit in. And that's great because he's building up that gauge now, as you can see here.
That was
What
so
a confirm!
clean.
What a confirm into the level 3. This is going to drain so much drive gauge. Is he actually going to get the burnout? No, not quite.
Can't parry, though. You have to commit to a drive impact here. If
Yeah.
you block, then you're going to be wrapped up. And the jump out. We are going to final game, final round here in our second game of the night. TB versus Crown. Who's taking it all to get to top 8? And again, the drive rush sweep. Every time he sees the flash of the OD ghost, he goes straight in, gets the knockdown, and he's like, it's time to party.
That's good stuff right there. And oh, God, here we go. Close match here. Going to down.
No
Oh,
way.
no,
Crazy
no.
Tatsu.
You went for the full screen Tatsu, and you are going to eat at least 60% damage for that. Oh.
Dude, well, what if it hit James? And here's the thing. The most important part about this is he's about to burn out. He might not even get to that point. You got to find a way in right now, Crown, and that is not it.
Yeah, but good parry right there. You blocked 2 hits.
Burn
He
him out.
burned TB out. Okay, this is it right here.
Do or die.
He's got to find a way in, but he doesn't want to use that drive rush just yet because he's too low.
Oh, not able to get the whip with the donkey kick, and there it is. TB finding the extra range right there. Crown not able to get that touch. The overcommitment with that Tatsu, I wonder if it was an input error, but
could have been.
You know, errors get left on the table, and your Crown has been taking it. TB with another JP moving on to fight ROF tomorrow.
Oh, that's right.
So now we got the JP mirror that we're going to be seeing in top 8 first thing tomorrow, but we're not talking about tomorrow. We're talking about today. TB with a great win over Crown. Still, wonderful showing from Ryu, like how you can navigate that matchup. Started using the fireball as kind of like another like longer than mid-range poke at the end to deal with the ghost. The drive rush forward into sweep to deal with
That
the
was
OD
the big
ghost.
one, yeah.
Super smart, but just not enough gas in the tank there at the end. Got the burnout, but didn't have enough decisions to waste, right? Like,
I wonder if we're actually going to see the big Hail Mary Tatsu in this replay.
Crazy
here, 'cause
Tatsu.
That was definitely one of the key moments of this match. You can see that Crown was having trouble at first, and it really looked like TV was just kind of run away with this. But I really felt like Crown made that nice adjustment, and then it got to this position. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see the crazy... Oh, no, actually, we're not in the third game yet. We're not quite in the third game here, so we might still see that. But again, Ryu is a character. I like the fact that he kind of has that third strike vibe to him where he just dishes out ridiculous amounts of damage.
yeah.
And I've always loved that kind of Ryu style, but... Yeah, a lot of Ryu players out there will probably tell you they wish he could dish out a lot more.
That was such a good punish right there. Utilization of the forward heavy kick.
Yeah.
So dang smart.
The hop kick right here.
I love it.
Let's see. Oh, no. This was just him getting the level 3.
Put him into close to burnout, but then he ended up burning out himself, and Crown had an opportunity. But again, you're not able, like, he can't. Unless he perfect drive rushes, he loses the bar here to find the way in, and you're so scared of the low buttons that JP has. Not only the sweep, but the low medium kick, and even the crouching light kick are just so much to deal with, especially when he's already shown prominence in the anti-airs. So really good stuff. It's going to be a JP mirror that we get to see tomorrow. We're going to see more Ryu in the losers bracket a little bit later, but for our next match, we've got another top 8 qualifier. One of these players is only going to play one match today, and another is going to have to wait for a hot minute before they get into it. So we're going to look at the player cards in just a moment.
One of the players, of course, is Mr. Travis Styles,
Ooh,
who
yeah.
has qualified for Capcom Cup and, in fact, played in the Capcom Cup earlier this year. In February. Can you believe that was just February earlier this year?
It's wild,
crazy.
man. It's
this
wild.
has been a
Great
wild
time in LA.
year. Yeah. And Travis Styles, I'm curious to see what character he's going to go with, because obviously a strong boxer player isn't really a strong archetype for
every single
boxer,
time I see him take a picture, I'm like, does he have a camera crew with him?
I mean, the craziest thing is every time I see him too, it's a different look, right? I mean, it's definitely
This is blue steel right here. He's got the blue
steel.
shirt.
Yeah,
everything.
It's always a different expression every time I see him. It's amazing. But interestingly enough, he's going with Chun-Li against Ghost Chip's Luke here. And you can see Ghost Chips here, 22 years old. I remember him playing in the CPT last year, if my memory is correct as well. So, but again, Travis Styles with the boxer. Now going with Chun-Li. Very interesting switch here. But let's see what Travis actually has to say about this match. Just let me get to first to 3 and we Gucci. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, hey, in this game, there is a high amount of volatility, I would say, and also a really high amount of control once you get to that refinement. And he's like, let me get the first 3. Top 8 is going to be first to 3.
And even during this quote, another different expression. It's amazing. He gives us a different look every single time.
What a guy. What a guy. Ghost Chips on the other side is going to have one hell of a battle to duke it out. And I kind of like the idea of Chun-Li here. We saw what Haitani was able to do with modern Chun in the top 8, and what that character is so dang good, especially if you have those type of reactions. And Travis is at that level where you can show those same reactions and you don't lose the tools from modern.
Right.
And I think people are sleeping on Chun. I really do.
Okay,
I think she's incredibly strong.
I was just about to talk about this too, because
Yeah.
Mena actually tweeted before EVO that he felt like the character most slept on was Dhalsim. And I responded to him, the only reason why that's true is because people are coming around on Chun-Li.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
honestly, yes, Chun-Li is
She's so good.
strong.
Her walk speed is absurd. Like, the knowledge that you need to fight this character is it's kind of loaded. It's like, okay, when does she change her stances? What's real into the stance change? What's not real into the stance change? What does she get off of her drive rushes? She has like I hate it. I hate the faces. They're so funny, but they make me lose my thought process every time. But the thought doesn't matter. It is Ghost Chips on the Luke versus Travis Styles on the other side. I am not saying his name. I'm gay. I hate you, Travis. Do not read his name, James.
Anyways, Travis Styles
I need
here.
a red card.
And Ghost Chips right now trying to apply this pressure to Travis Styles right now. Oh, look at this. Gets the link off of the knee, the heavy kick. And now this corner position here, and again, these
nice.
characters are so scary. Being stuck in the corner in this, like I thought Street Fighter V being stuck in the corner was scary, but in this game it gets terrifying because drive impact and throw loops are in existence.
Ooh, the jump over the Hizashi was looking for a sandblast there, but not able to connect. Travis Styles was getting beat down the majority of that round. And the moment Ghost Chips felt threatened, level 1 super. Get off me. If that's how we're playing, that's how we're playing. This is why Luke is one of the strongest characters in the game. EX, ODDP to wake up, has the level 1 super, which is invul. Like, so much torque, but advancing normals, great buttons. Throw a drive impact in there, why not?
And that standing medium kick also. Ooh, yeah, he's just going to go. Let's see what he decides to do. Okay, actually, that was an American reset. Actually, Australian reset. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, the New Zealand special.
Okay, gets to the other side.
Burnt
and
out.
now, yeah, this is huge now.
My man is trying to head north.
Travis. But again, the thing is, when you burn out the opponent, you want to poke, you want to go at him. But you see right now, Ghost Chips is just choosing to go with the plus on block flash knuckle instead, fully charged flash knuckle. So, and look at that, the burnout is gone. He's just fine. He's spending all this meters. He's going for the level 2. He is. Ooh, it's going to be so close.
Yeah, he's alive here off of that last punch. But now, burnt out, you get one throw, and there it is, counter hit. He woke up with a button. Travis Styles losing the first game pretty convincingly. I think there's a little bit of... I wanted to see it from Travis, but whenever he goes for the charge knuckle in that situation, you actually can get a guaranteed drive impact if they're burnt out because they can't react afterwards, and you can get it every time. They don't recover in time after the full charge. So maybe seeing that from Travis. He had the meter to do it. He had the drive gauge, but just didn't come out. So that's another like check you need against Luke. It's like, if you don't present that, then he's just going to keep on taking a turn for free, even if you're not in burnout. Like, if you're in burnout, you kind of have to hold it, but he wasn't. So I need to see that adjustment from the side of Travis there.
The adjustment might be a character change.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think that's probably where we're going. The Chun did absolutely diddly squat there. That was bad.
So yeah, we were talking about how Chun-Li is a really terrible character in this game. And
Absolutely,
she just
bottom one, fighting against Luke. It was really difficult. She doesn't. Oh, there we go. That makes more sense. A jury player having that type of name.
Yeah. Okay.
Makes perfect sense. Glad it lined up in that way. Sorry, keeping it PC. That's why they play on PC.
You know, in the replays, they put the little asterisks over the names, right? Like, I wonder if we can turn that on.
Yeah, that'd be great. Can I just like blur it out?
But
Insane.
Jury.
Oh no, not
just
close
too
enough.
far away. Yeah. And Jury, of course, one of the most oppressive drive rushes in the game. If
So
you
fast.
drive rush and let go of the controls, she goes full screen.
Dude,
She's all the way across the screen. And it is absolutely terrifying watching her crawl at you like that. Maybe not as terrifying as watching Aki crawl at you.
I want to
but
see
still.
her drive rush, and she just like noodles her way over to you. Like absolutely terrifying, covered in poison.
Oh, man. And here we go. There's
Nice.
And good cross cut right there from Travis.
That's one of the things that Jury has a much easier time doing as well because, Chun-Li's typically can whiff. That's one of the complaints that people have.
yeah.
And it's like, Jury's got no problem. It's a circle.
It actually does have trouble hitting behind her because that's just the rule they put in this game. Oh, that's going to be a kill right there.
That was good.
All the DPs in this game have a flag associated with them where they literally just cannot hit anyone even 1 pixel behind them, including Zangief Lariat. Sorry. Whew. Okay, let me calm down here.
Even on OD?
Even on OD.
All right, that's not fair. Ooh, nice anti-air. And that was such a cheeky setup. Travis not ready for the drive impacts
I
here.
almost wonder if he should have comboed into another drive impact. He would have been close to burning him out right there.
Yeah.
And if you go from drive impact to drive impact, it'll still go to the stun if you burn him out in time.
No anti-air this time. Great throw tech, though. Oh, my God. This punish counter could have been huge. But no, Travis Styles leaving a little bit on the table. And you're not allowed to hold any more sandblast or the feet. Oh, and I like that. Spend the OD just to make sure you're safe. Get the extra distance. And it is set point here for Ghost Chips.
Now, match point for Ghost Chips. Travis Styles needs to find a way through this. And again, Travis Styles in Street Fighter V was just running through everybody here. And could he go into the loser's bracket right away in this top 16?
New game, new me, and that was a guaranteed punish right there. Good stuff.
Oh,
Let's see.
he's going with the Feng Shui engine. Let's see what he can do. This sets up safe jumps and resets. Watch out for the drive impact in the middle of all of this.
Too much party. Oh, my God. There's so much to think about. James has a little bit of gauge
And
left.
it's still going on. Oh, you
it
crouched
never
too early.
ends.
You
It
crouched too early.
Oh, one more guess and just
Oh, that's supposed to be a
out.
safe jump. That's supposed to be a safe jump. I don't know what Travis did. He missed that. And he might have even been able to level 1 chip him out right there.
I actually don't know why Travis is running. He could have just gone for the super kill like you said,
Right.
but he ends up closing it out. Even an ODDP there does enough chip damage to kill, so maybe Travis not willing to risk it all. We saw what happened to Kava at CEO against Fun on a wake-up flashback.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you know, history not repeating itself this time. But Travis gets the game on the board, fighting back against Ghost Chip. Jury was the right pick here.
Yeah.
No answer for the raw drive impacts, though.
Yeah, and punishing a lot of those Fuhajin charges right there. So Travis Styles got to confirm a little bit better here. Oh, God, you just got popped in the face right there from Drive Rush downtown. Oh,
Dude, he hits you with a Y order. So hard.
And there you go. That fireball from the Feng Shui from the Fuhajin charge up right there.
Yeah.
But he
Ooh.
didn't Drive Rush after it. It is one of the most powerful tools that Jury has. Fireball into Drive Rush.
Yeah, it's like there's a snail approaching you, and you'll get $1 million, but it can't touch you. That was insane!
Dude, Ghost Chips just stood up and said, I am modern controls.
That was sick.
Dude, that was crazy EXTP. Yep,
Yeah,
again, just
guaranteed.
too close.
You gotta have the spacing a little bit better. Be so scared. You cannot jump. You cannot
Oh, there
react,
we
but
go.
this time you can. First reaction we've seen from Travis Styles, and now into the burnout. That's
yeah.
huge. Do you have a side switch off of this? No, you do not. But the overhead will give you even more corner carry.
He gets no EXDP, and again, look how far she goes. Oh, score, just basically coast to coast. Here we go. Can he finish this off? He's going to spend
level
as
one.
much meter as he can, and that'll do it right there. So now we are going to a final game, final round here.
Yeah, loving this adjustment from Travis here. The first time we've seen him accurately react to the drive impact, and it's at the most important moment. Gonna get a huge opportunity here, activating. Let's see now, another safe jump comes out. Ooh, no anti-air.
Oh, he tried to get out of the corner over there with that jump back. Maybe try to go for an air, not sure. But oh my God, the quick confirm into the level 3, and watch Travis Styles' drive gauge go down. Only 1 block left. You are in so much trouble here.
Yeah, if you block any more, it's going to be lights out, and now,
Oh,
no!
he drive rush forward.
A little bit too impatient, and now Travis is going to get another opportunity. Throw loops are imminent. Great
No, he
defense
didn't
so
go
far.
for the throw loop, gets away from the throw from
we get
Ghost
the
Chip.
drive
What
gauge on
a
the other
jump!
side.
What a jump! Tried to bait something out.
Not dead just yet, but in burnout, about to be out of burnout, which means that Ghost Chips cannot go for anything that is a strike, but now you can't drive impact on the other side of Styles. One touch, both
Right.
sides. You're so scared. Goes for the OD,
got hit.
but not then just yet.
Tried to bait a wake up from him. He just landed a jump, a raw cross up that caught him trying to walk up, crouching medium kick. Travis Styles clutches out that victory with a super well-timed jump, as you can see here, 2-1, as Travis Styles gives us yet a third look here from that expression. Well done to Travis Styles, taking out Ghost Chips, but if you are Ghost Chips, oh, that's a tough one.
I'd be upset about that one. After getting pretty much every single anti-air in the set, missing the last one, which was most important. And we're going to see it here. The Chun-Li, we didn't really get to see her play in the set, so, you know, just giving a charity round, saying, I've been to the Capcom Pro Tour. Let's give you an opportunity.
Yeah,
that's not what happened. Ghost Chips was cooking.
Yeah, was that a button check round or something? I'm not sure right here, but yeah, I mean, Chun-Li barely got to do anything.
I think
over
Ghost
here.
Chips checked his buttons. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, as soon as we saw the jury come out, Travis Styles was really starting to put on the pressure, and it all started from the drive rushes, right? Drive rush into low. But again, Ghost Chips still had a huge opportunity to close this out in a strong fashion, but Travis Styles clutching it out at the very end. Getting pushed to the brink, though. Like, it was not easy in any way, shape, or form. Was at set point, at a deficit in the Feng Shui engine is what decided it. Yeah, this whole sequence
was gross.
And that's where the main comeback started. When Travis Styles reacted to the drive impact, we didn't see it. We didn't see it that much anymore from Ghost Chips. And when you take away that tool and you punish them for the one time they use it, Travis saw the blood. He's like, all right, I know you're scared to press that. I'm no longer afraid. It's looking good. Easy
and then
streak.
watch this jump right here. He was just going to dash up, crouching, medium kick, and he just didn't see the jump in time. He unfortunately autopiloted his way into that poke and got crossed up right there. So Travis Styles is going to advance forward, and he will be going up against the winner between Brisbane FGC's Panda or Freezer, which will be coming up.
Freezer? That's wild. Freezer. I know another game that has that guy in there. He's a tyrant. I don't know. Maybe he's going to be one of the strongest players here against Panda. But
I mean, this game already has Fridges.
I know. That's what's
right?
terrifying. Dude, have you fought the Freezer?
No, I haven't fought the Fridges yet. I haven't gotten far enough through World Tour. But I will tell you that the Fridge was actually roaming the floor at Evo.
It was wild. Dude,
I don't know if you saw him wandering around.
When I was in the World Tour, I'm not gonna lie. The reason I had a flashback because I was like, wait a minute, is he gonna play the Freezer? Because I fought them and I was like, they're not that tough. They're not that tough. They beat me up. They beat me up real bad. I was like, I'm learning Dalsum style. Yeah. This is gonna be great. And they stretched me thin. Right. All right, I'm not good for more than 60 days in the Freezer.
Shameless plug to my friend Olaf Redlin, who actually cosplay as the Fridge.
It was Olaf?
Yeah.
It was Olaf?
Yeah, he was the one throwing fruit at people. Yes, that was actually Olaf.
That's actually...
So shout outs to him. If you guys have seen the picture, it was amazing. Even at the screen that changed the expressions and everything.
That's so good. I didn't know it was him. That's so good. I was wondering why I didn't see him at Evo.
There you go. He was hidden in the box. But look, you guys shouldn't stay hidden away from any of this Capcom Pro Tour. Look, as we mentioned, the CPT onlines are all going crazy, and Central America West is going to be the next event. The registration is closing this Monday, so do not miss that, because the Capcom Pro Tour, look, all the regions are going to be represented here, so they are now all available to sign up. And against the winner of each of these tournaments will qualify for Capcom Cup, which has a prize of $1 million. So, head on over to CapcomProTour.com, check the information on when your regional tournament is happening, sign up there, and you kind of want to get into your chance to be able to win that money.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge opportunity for every player that shows up, and we've seen 3 of our players so far punch their ticket for top 8, but I mean, I think I'm going to see my name up there for U.S. and Canada West. So if you want to be like us, you got your Joe Morogans, your Chris CCHs, your Chris Tarians. There's so many killers in the SoCal, the whole West Coast, that are going to be showing up at that tournament, and Canada. So make sure that you register now, because the slots are filling up, and that one is going to be one hell of a competition. I know that just recently, Chris CCH won the latest TNS with his Ken. So we're seeing a preview right there. My man has his eyes on the prize, all right? They call him a master for a reason. He's trying to be a master to enter the CPT as well for the U.S. Canada West region. So not only for the Central America, but you got to get in for the U.S. West as well. And we've got to get ourselves some more Red Bulls, a little bit of a rest before we get into the next stage of the bracket. So we got one more top 8 competitor to determine before we go down to see the Sharks. So stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.
Which one of these was the herbal medicine again? Oh yeah, this one. Probably. Now, here comes the airplane. Say, ah. No! Some poisons can kill people in the thousands with that amount. Like botulinum toxin, it inhibits acetylcholine release, causing loss of muscle tone, lethargy, dizziness, visual impairment. Heavy eyelids, intense thirst, loss of speech, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach distension, breathing difficulty, then respiratory failure.
I present the Hunter from Komura.
We are here with Capcom Cup qualifier from Australia, one of the country's finest, ROF. You've been cooking up, bro. I mean, you know, we were talking even before the call, like you've been dominating a lot of tournaments over there up to this point. So I don't know, what's your process with a brand new game? Like, do you always start off this fast, or is this a unique situation?
Hard to say, but I'd say that with this game, it's easy to learn, and sounds cliche, but it's going to be very hard to master. If you're a 5 player, you can bring your fundamentals from 5 along and use those in this game. So yeah, I think that's why I'm doing so well.
But I think you bring up a great point about how there is like a core nugget of 5 there at the heart of Street Fighter 6, and I think that's what a lot of people are coasting on right now. So as the rest of your community catches up and gets the core fundamentals down, are you excited to have that push you to develop the nuances, or do you feel like there's going to be like a power struggle going into this tournament? Like, how do you feel about that development as the scene grows stronger?
To be honest, from all the players I played, Travis is probably the closest. His defensive style, he's trying to use that in 6. However, I don't know if that's going to work, because 6 is, you do need good defense, but then you need to capitalize on that defense.
They clearly had it in their minds to make it aggressive, and I think it makes it a lot more viewer friendly and fun and scary as far as from the player side in tournaments. So yeah, I actually do got that question for you too, RF. How are you finding 6 so far, and do you find it more fun, and do you find it more stressful to play in tournament?
I love the game. I think the game is amazing. I'm enjoying it, and when I do play competitively, I'm not really stressed about the game itself and how it's going to go, just more so in terms of like the core game itself. Amazing, love it.
Yeah, offense always develops first, and the defensive counterplay comes second. But that said, you know, you're going into your CPT events for your region. Are you excited to try to qualify for Capcom Cup again? And are you excited to get another shot at qualifying for the Cup and maybe doing more with your time in Capcom Cup?
Us down here, we don't really get a lot of tournaments. We don't really get a lot of I guess exposure to a lot of other players. So whenever we do go to these types of events, it's just like, all right, good luck. Here you go. Here's all these players from all these people around these countries, and let's see what you can do. Compared to people from EU, NA, really any other region. Honestly, I would say, but it's just the lack of experience, really. So I feel like if I do end up going there again, I could sort of control those nerves and do better next time. And in terms of like the other parts of it, well, not in the tournament, it was amazing. I got to meet some cool people. Got to hang out with you two, for example. So yeah, in terms of like the experience, Capcom Cup, amazing. They nailed it, and it's forever going to be a memory I'll cherish. If I do manage to make it in with this CPT, then great. I'll be sure to make the most of it.
Man's like ROF already put in all kinds of work over there in Oceania. He is the man to beat right now. ROF, we appreciate you getting up this early to give us this interview, brother, and good luck in the tournament.
No worries, mate. Good meeting ya.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. We are starting off strong with Oceania. We have determined 3 of our top 8 winner side participants so far for the bracket. And we've got one more to decide here. If you're just joining us now, I'm Jake Ryan, joined by the illustrious James Chen. You might have heard him in your voices, and you should be choosing to have him on for your commentary there because, this is a premium to have him right here in the flesh.
You know what the weirdest thing was?
What?
Is that I didn't hear when we first went to break. I kind of, tell me, chat at home, did you guys feel a little weird not hearing the time to fly? I mean, seriously, I was like...
He was shell-shocked. He literally got up and he's like, something is wrong.
I went to the production. I was like, did you guys...
Where is my music?
I seriously was completely thrown off for that. I'm like, where are we? Wait, are we at CPT?
Off camera, every time it happens, he sings the song, chugs his Red Bull, and he's like, on to the next one. That's what happens, and we're getting on to the next match.
On to the next one.
On to the next match, no matter what. No song to usher us in, but we do have our players ready to go up to bat. We have Brisbane FGC Panda versus Freezer on the other side. If you haven't fought the Freezers and the Fridges in the World Tour mode just yet, you're missing out, but you're going to get to see Freezer fight here, not in a fridge form, but in a sumo fashion. A character that would make Ultra David smile from ear to ear on the Honda versus Panda on the Luke. The second Luke, actually, I think is it the third Luke? No. Second Luke. Second Luke. I remember we had a Ryu. Remember, it's Shotos and JPs. Yeah. So I'm getting my Shotos mixed up. But we have Luke on the other side from Panda versus Freezer. So pretty interesting matchup.
I want to say very early on, after Street Fighter 6 released, I was watching a Mike Ross stream and Freezer was kind of blowing him up. And then Mike Ross pulled in Marn to go and defeat Freezer, and then Freezer blew up Marn. So, Freezer definitely a very strong player. And again, Honda's an interesting character because clearly he's at the beginner levels, he's probably one of the biggest terrors in the entire game.
Oh, he's a menace.
Right. I mean, like the best way to describe him, he's a scrub killer, right? Like he just destroys you. At the highest levels, like he can still be very strong, but we still haven't seen that person quite take him to that supreme level right now, and so a lot of the Honda players say that he's kind of middle of the road at this point.
So we're still looking for the Honda Yokozuna, is what you're telling me. We haven't found the Honda Prime.
Yes,
is what we're looking for. We're looking for Honda Prime, and our players are primed for this match. I know that one of them has a lot to say here, and it is Panda. So let's see exactly how Panda feels going into the freezer as he tries to fill the fridge. I don't know, just beat the guy, Lamau. That's that is such a casual way to approach your opponent, and I like that. You're like, $1 million? Yeah, just beat the guy. Just practice. Training mode. Like, have you do a combo? I've done a combo. Easy. I just win the tournament. I'm playing Luke. I don't want to have to think any harder. I do target combo. I say Sandblast, and then I book them a ticket to Memphis. That's it.
Shout outs to Alex Lee, by the way.
He's so funny,
he's
dude.
So great, dude.
He sang the song in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was singing as Luke's voice. He was the singer.
That was him. Really?
That was him. He tweeted about it. He's like, I didn't think I was gonna be singing that. And I'm like, dude, you killed it. He went to Memphis and he went to New York and he said, I met these turtles.
I mean, again,
There was a Shadowloo Lord there.
He has embraced the life of Luke so
Absolutely.
much, and
Absolutely.
I love it. But oh god, the Honda face!
The Honda face is too good, dude.
Oh, here we go.
Every time.
Let us see if Panda has any answers for this Honda over here. Obviously, the butt slam, the headbutt, so hard to deal with. He's the new boxer, right? -4, -4, -4 with the headbutts. He's -4.
Everybody has a headbutt. It's just how you tap into it. There we go. Freezer finding a great opportunity on this knockdown. Has to spend a lot of drive gauge, but the corner is here, and this is where Honda starts the party.
Too far away. I mean, you're going to be trying to perfect parry those headbutts as much as you can, but again, remember, perfect parry is a 2-frame window, so very, very difficult to do.
Yeah, but you know, you have to try to dissuade the Honda from just throwing them out willy-nilly. And again, if it's not the OD version, the Sandblasts are another wonderful option to get the job done.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about it is, honestly, Honda here in Street Fighter 6 really kind of feels like an upgrade of Honda from Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
One of the characters that actually came back and feels most similar, in my opinion, but just kind of upgraded. So I've jokingly called him E-Acura instead, right?
E-Acura.
So, oh, nice. Oh!
No, that actually, I think... Are you able to get the drive rush off of that? That's what I'm curious on, because we saw the parry tap to potentially get the macro in there, but it didn't come out. So let's see here now, Freezer.
No, it's too far away. It's too far away right
yeah,
there.
Great punish.
Yeah, whiff punish right there from Honda. Taking round number 1 with that Luke.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Didn't have the spacing to get a follow-up after, so went for another drive rush right there. Spending the bars, more than worth it. Not able to react to the drive impact in time. I think maybe you go for the super here. No, it just takes the meaty.
Oh, yeah. You can't safe jump the armor. That's really something very important to remember when you're fighting against Honda. Your safe jump setups will not work.
My man, he flexes for the occasion. Lockdown once again. Any hit confirm here is going to lead to a one-touch. Now without the drive rush, going to be a little bit harder.
Oh. Good thing that wasn't a punish counter right there. That standing heavy punch on punish counter is pain.
All it takes is one butt slam to start the plus frames. Oh, no, and he went a little too off the chain right there.
Yeah, he went for the butt slam. Unfortunately,
the neutral
Honda got past him far enough that it just did not hit.
Dude, the preemptive forward jump on the OD butt slam was quite unfortunate for Freezer.
And this is another thing that us commentators are going to have to get used to, is that after a match ends, we won't have a lot of time to talk and wax nostalgic about the previous game, because the rematch is so fast. Thank you, Capcom.
Dude, there's no waiting in between, and you know, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely.
You don't have to get too deep into the previous decisions, because there's more decisions to be made. All right? Why dwell on previous game? I know Lamau just beat him. Like, that's what Panda's doing. He's playing it right. Commentators, take notes.
All right, and look at this, catching up right now. Panda is down and alive just a little bit. Good range on that knee, but might have still been Wow, he drive rushed afterwards and still got the first hit.
Yeah, he was able to cancel a little bit earlier. He jabbed instead of going the full distance from the side of Freezer, but got him pressing in the neutral right there. Panda losing around here. Freezer looking alive. But again, now we're representing the Sandblast a little bit more, and there's 4 counter hits in a row, James.
Ow. And again, Honda's always had a lot of trouble with those projectiles, but the wake-up super right there from Freezer, a little too far, and there you go. That standing heavy punch just causes you to crumple for 10 years, and he missed his combo, which has now given Panda a couple of anti-air opportunities.
He is charged up here, so you have to look for the other confirms, but he's probably not even going to get the opportunity here. One more knockdown. Didn't build the level 3. If he would have gotten it, that was a dead character, but now he's saving the meter for a rainy day.
Doesn't have. He's going to get into this next round with a full level 3, which means he's got a 50% combo on deck anytime he chooses to confirm it.
Yeah, there we go. Cashes it out, and I love that decision from Panda to really initiate that off the anti-air. Jabbed out of the drive rush early to get the OD anti-air, catch anything Freezer wanted to do, and really stopped anything that Freezer wanted to do in their tracks. Where's the drive impact, James? Find the drive impact.
Oh, no! To get away, and he tried to throw. Wasn't enough to kill on that punish, but so close.
He can't counter drive impact here, so if Panda just goes for it, it is a definite kill.
Right,
you gotta be so careful. Oh my god, this does end up punishing. Spends all his meter, doesn't end up burning out though, and that's the tragic part. Takes the hit, I think, on purpose there. Not burn out there, he went for it.
He knew it, yeah, he knew. But smartly, actually, from Freezer to block. Oh my gosh, here we go. He's got the burnout. Here's gonna be big damage, and he only has 1 bar right now. Probably not gonna spend it just yet. He needs to save it for...
Oh, drive reversal.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Pixel in a dream. Where's the butt? Where's the butt slam? Oh my god, he punished the jump forward with the super. Didn't have the spacing for the anti-air DP, but it doesn't matter. It's all Panda, baby.
That was smart right there.
That was
Full
wicked smart.
screen anti-air with that level 1. And again, the level 1 also has slight invincibility as most level 1s do. So not going to be able to kick it in the arms or anything like that. So really smart decision by Panda.
Yeah, the spacing was just so good. And I mean, in that situation, probably going for that level 1, trying to snipe out a headbutt, but getting it there. We got the replay of us laughing. That's beautiful. Thank you, production. That was a good one. Just like a good set that we had right there. Freezer had a lot of great ideas, and you know, Panda was just on the next page already of the script, right? As soon as he got put into burnout, he's like, okay, gonna be looking for the butt slam, because that's where Honda really starts to get the momentum, and that's exactly what we saw. Just already with the preemptive forward jump, escapes any idea of plus frame shenanigans. You get the butt slam and a butt slam and a butt slam. If you want to see exactly how much damage you get off that and the shenanigans, go check out Ultra David's Twitter like 2 months ago when he shared it with the world. And we got to see still a wonderful display of Honda, but again, why, you know, people are rating him a little bit lower as we get to the higher level, because you see someone like Panda on arguably one of the best characters in the game, just kind of dismantling everything that Honda wants to do. Headbutt? No. Wake up? No. You're not allowed to do much of anything. Much ado without nothing. Gosh. That's what happened, man.
And we have set up Panda versus Travis Styles. I believe that they played each other. If I'm not mistaken, not last year, but the previous year when we had the exhibition matches.
Yes.
It was these
two. The first of fives.
Yeah, who went up against each other. I'm pretty sure it was Travis Styles and Panda who went up against each other. But ROF will be going up against TB, so that's going to be the JP mirror that we saw up there. And so that's going to be the winner's side of the top 8. Remember, we're just getting the top 8, so getting back into the CPT groove of things here, going from top 16 to top 8. So we are going to be moving now to the losers bracket. As you can check out over here, a Wild Llama will be going up against BK Sama, Doug Cuddles going up against Agent 17805, and then Zarzob going up against Microsoft J.
Oh, that's like the J suite, right? The James suite. That's
what we're looking at. I was trying to figure out what application that is. Microsoft J,
like,
right?
What are we doing? You check the J's? Is that what's happening on Microsoft? And then Steve Yo versus AIP Mont coming up. But yeah, we're going to start at the top of the loser side here. Like we said, a Wild Llama versus BK Sama. And, you know, the rhymes come out clutch. And we have our first modern player of the online CPT, Modern Marissa, coming up here versus the likes of DJ. Considered, again, both of these characters considered varying strengths. Obviously, you have Big Bird doing amazing things on the Marissa. On the modern side of things for Marissa, you have Shuto from Japan and the Street Fighter League Japan doing crazy stuff with the character. It's like, I lost this button, doesn't matter. Super simple character. I still got Gladius, I still eat Hot Chip, I still lie. I get all the damage.
I mean, one of the craziest things about Modern Marisa, she's, I think, the only character who literally loses an entire special move in Modern. She just loses the kick. You know, the lunge kick that she has.
Yeah.
That
the Spartan kick?
Yeah, that move is just gone. Like that.
Forget it.
I think she's one of the only characters that actually loses a full special move. But again, you know, the things that she does gain is...
Is that what happened to Kimberly? They're like, you lose your OD wake up deep. They're like, oh, we forgot.
That hurt,
that's only
man. That hurt. All right.
We forgot. That's only in Modern. My bad. Sorry, James. Bye. But yeah, not saying bye to these guys. I hope BK Sama brought the shears to deal with the Wild Llama. My man hasn't been clipped in a while. But DJ, again, one of the stronger characters that we're seeing come in, like from his previous iteration in 4, not really in the best spot. And now comes back in 6, and this character is cooking.
You're gesturing and looking towards the side. I don't know why you're looking at me.
Sorry, this is a pre-recorded James here, so I don't know what he's going to say.
They just turned me on in the game at this point in time, right? So, right. Okay. Wait a minute. As they say, this will be a match to remember. Go for broke.
I hate it. He can do this bit when he's not on camera, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm commentating with a robot.
I mean, Wild Llama right now looking really strong here in this first round. There's that jumping 2K, that down light kick that makes him drop faster.
AI James is getting real quick, man. This is pretty impressive. Modern James.
Modern James. There
Modern
you go.
James Chen.
Oh
yeah.
Oh no, that's that. You are going to get so much pain right here.
I mean, after the drive rush, too, you have to think about the low. You have to be careful with the mid as well, the throw, and then also stance into immediate grab is so scary. A Wild Llama finding a way to punish out. And again, you're not going to lose any more drive gauge as long as you're the one applying the pressure, and you get your bricks back.
Yeah, that was that important thing about that sequence right there. Oh boy, you got hit by the drive rush again.
Boom.
Extra hit stun, extra block stun off of a drive rush, so you can get so many better link combos.
Oh my
really?
God!
That is why you pick Modern right there. We've talked about the jump scare of DJ's drive impact. That thing is so fast. It's not too fast for Modern controls, but even still, Wild Llama taking advantage of the rest, everything after that here, and draining half of BK Sama's life already.
Got a huge bait on the DP and just completely missed the punish. But again, the jump scare punish afterwards was absolutely nuts. BK Sama said, feel the beat, and she's like, feel the beat down. Nice. Punish counter there, burnt a little bit more off the top from BK Sama. So now in Burnout, gonna get pushed even closer to the corner.
Again, when you are fighting a Modern player, remember the things that you can bait, that you have to know that they can react to things faster than you can, and you're Burnout. But what a fortunate trade for Wild Llama. Oh boy.
Dude, if we're seeing the doctor thesis for why you should play Modern Melissa, it's right there. Have you ever looked in the corner and thought, I can't punish DJ? Well, I've got something for you. You turn that C into an M, and you're gonna see some growth.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, learning to play your character in both modes might actually be something worth doing, especially if you want to fight someone like DJ and and prevent him from drive rushing at you from across the screen. Having access to that level 1 super at a moment's notice would be a really powerful tool.
I think it's huge. It's like a groove in another game. You just switch right on over, and you get the benefits for counter picks. So hopefully, as soon as we see that develop, hopefully it's going to be even better. Not able to get the air though. Wow, just out of range, but it doesn't matter. Time to party.
Okay, we know how much damage Marisa can do. She has the drive impact. And the armor as well. Gonna get the hit over here. Wow.
Spacing after the uncharged Gladius just reaches through.
Without it, so a lot of people go for that drive impact right away, and they get the the stun in the corner, but sometimes it's worth it to just kind of beat them up while they're scared in the corner.
Yeah, just keep taking your plus frames. Beat them down. The chip becomes way too much at a certain point, and at the end of the day, they're burned out. Oh my God.
Everyone's burned out. We've got meter. Oh, never mind. We're going to go for the level 3 here. And we're going to build up quite a bit of meter. All the characters build up a different amount depending on how long their animation is, which is funny.
No,
Did you try to taunt him?
You taunted in I don't know what that info was. It was a taunt. That was a taunt.
And I think that was the taunt where she has a taunt where she leans forward and tells you to punch her face, and she has armor in that taunt, but only in a very few specific frames. I wasn't sure if that was the one that she did, but might have been an accident.
That was it, and if it would have hit, it would have been the most amazing thing for the broadcast.
Oh my God.
BK Sama, you're getting caught slacking against the Wild Llama underneath the cameras. Oh no, the bait right there on the feint. Of course,
you have Modern, but you're also fighting against the character with all the feints.
Yeah, playing against the reactions. It's like, all right, cool. Can you react to this? And no, you cannot. Do you have the rhythm?
Yep, nice, there's the full rhythm right there. Just needs one more hit. Oh yeah, it doesn't turn around. It doesn't autocorrect. She just keeps moving forward, and so a Wild Llama gonna take both games here against BK Sama and advance forward. No Modern control victories here for the lower side, the loser side of the bracket. BK Sama is out of the tournament.
Yeah, getting top 16 for Oceania, still an amazing feat right there. But, a couple of overextensions from BK Sama, some missed punishes here on the ODTPs as well, the OD flash kick. And I feel like if you hit those, it changes the entire pace of the game, because BK Sama had so many opportunities to really close out with the great reactions as well because of the Modern controls. That was one of the whiffs right there that really changed the entire pace, where it should have been 50% off of a Wild Llama, but it was 50% off of BK Sama. And Wild Llama did not give PK Sama, another opportunity to fight back. It's like, you make that mistake, all right, sorry, Modern Warrior.
Oof. And again, we know how much damage Marisa can do. So yeah, you missed your punish opportunities, and it is not a good situation here.
Oh, God, yep. And it really just boiled down at the end to a Wild Llama. Made the most out of every single touch here. And even with the reactions, that's what really it boiled down to at the end. I'm going to punish your reactions and put you into a situation where you're reacting too much for your own good.
And a Wild Llama is going to move forward, but he's going to have to go up against Freezer. As you can see here in round 2, we will be playing that match today. Again, we will be getting all the way to top 8. But before we get to round 2, we're going to be moving on to the next match here on the loser side of the bracket. And that is going to be Doug Cuddles versus Agent 17805.
Absolutely. Ray, and don't forget the Ray in the front on the socials, okay? And this is the 32 versus 32 matchup. Anybody can play. That's one of the cool things about Street Fighter. It is a cross-generational game, and we are continuing to see new and old faces show up once again to fight it out, and new and old characters. You got JP right there on the right for Agent 17805, and Doug Cuddles playing a very huggy character right there in the likes of Honda. So going to be one hell of a match here. And like, you ask Doug what he does, like, what's your purpose, Doug? It's like, I don't do anything besides cuddle. That is my role. That is my purpose. And we're going to see whose purpose comes out on top here. Is Honda going to be able to do it against JP? I remember in the beginning when I was talking to a couple different JP players, I'm like, what matchup gives you the hardest time? They said Honda. Because, you know, the headbutts, yeah. It's all about the headbutts, all about the butt slams. And I want to see how Honda and Doug Cuddles can really navigate against this character. Because as we've gotten further into the lifespan of the game, you know, 2 months is a long time. I don't know. I don't think JP has
as much problems
with Honda as we may have initially thought.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think we have some thoughts from Agent as well on this matchup here. So you said Doug, all he likes to do is just cuddle people. I think we have a quote from Agent here. Production could let me know if we have that here. Yep, there it is. He says, I'm surprised they made it this far. It will be scary for me, of course. I just want to see the top 8 hype matches. No, you want to play in the top 8 hype matches, Agent 17805.
Absolutely. All right. And there is a ray of hope in your social right there to get that far. You've already made it to top 16, so what's to say that you don't make it to top 8? And this is the first step that you have to do. And, you know, on the other side, Doug is just out here trying to cuddle his way to that top 8, too. So
we'll see if we get any Oicho throws coming in here.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. It does so much damage. Like, dude, if you try to parry, because he's going to throw his hands at you, and you get hit with the command grab, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. You take a big old chunk of damage. It's like, ooh, 40%? Just about. So, a lot of damage right there. Don't forget, go to Capcom Town. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
Capcom's 40th anniversary site. 40 years of Capcom gaming, huh?
40 years.
Oh, nice. I mean, honestly, like, I've been playing Capcom games since I was a kid on the NES. I mean, one of my first favorite games on the NES was Mega Man. Honestly, like, Mega Man 1 was just an absolutely transcendent game.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Mega Man was one of my favorite games growing up as a kid. I remember the first fighting game I actually played was Marvel vs. Capcom.
That was the first fighting game you played? Wow.
Yeah. Had it at Arcade Cab where I used to live, a little arcade down the street, go downstairs, spend my quarters. I played Mega Man, Spider-Man.
Nice. First fighting game I ever played was the first fighting game.
Must be nice, James. Back to the match.
Street Fighter 2. Let's go. All right.
Street Fighter 2? What happened to Street Fighter 1?
I mean, those ones existed, but let's face it, Street Fighter 2 was the one that birthed the genre, right? So.
All right, let's see who has the first birth of frustration in this match, as Agent has been cornered on this JP, finding a way out, and that's one of the biggest strengths of JP. If he finds one out, you're back to full screen, and you do not want to play that game. But Honda not afraid to walk down. Doug Cuddles.
Yeah, and of course, you know, when he plants the little portal on the top of the screen, he can also teleport out as well. So you got to keep all the things in mind like that. And I think he was expecting to hit him out of the air, not on the ground. Otherwise, he would have been able to get a bigger combo off of that, I think.
Yeah, nice to confirm there.
There we go. To the corner for the knockdown.
Ooh, yeah, legs.
Some with the overhead, yeah.
It's so deceptive because he puts his foot on the ground. You're like, how did he hit my dome? Oh no, the
hit
jump.
Out of the air. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, Agent was heading north and was barely able to escape from the drive impact. Now Doug in burnout, yeah.
But the thing is, you can't throw out. Oh, what a good jump back, but it wasn't able to punish in time. And look at this. He's been able to weather most of the storm without taking barely any chip damage. What a dodge on the drive impact. And Doug Cuddles getting round number 1.
Something I'd like to see from Agent here is just maybe a little bit more press on the ghost, some more spikes, because Doug really didn't have to run the obstacle course to get in or to escape. So.
Oh no, a drop combo right there from Doug Cuddles.
Yeah, didn't get the button out.
Yeah, but obviously, you know, you're so scared of the Honda headbutt, which is why I think Agent is a little scared to throw out those the spikes.
Yeah, and that's exactly where the Honda wants you to be. Once you're so afraid of the headbutt, they're allowed to move forward, walk without a care in the world, and that's what we're seeing here from Doug Cuddles again. The overhead, and he waited. Not 100% sure what he was trying to bait there, but that's Glutral. He's playing Glutral, James.
Oh man,
I got nothing else to say about that. Game 2.
That was some Maximus neutral right there.
That was Bootius Maximus.
Oh, catches the backdash, runs right. Honda's drive rush is strangely very fast and very scary looking.
Dude, he just scuttles on over like a crab.
Oh, man. And now trying to fight his way out of the corner. But like you said, the fear of the headbutt. And, you know, if you see Doug Cuddles walk forward, he can't headbutt. So, you know, when you see that walk forward, it's time to think about going for those spikes. But I feel like Agent is psyching himself out. Oh, what a reaction.
Psyching himself out, burning himself out. This is going to be huge damage here. Now you have to be so careful because you got 1 round left, James. You got 1 round left.
Being able to link a super after the headbutt like that, brutal.
So dang good. Oh, here we go.
The Cuddles.
Huggy time, old man. I like that red suit. Where'd you get it?
Corner pressure here.
Oh, no whip punish.
Nice jump back.
That jump roundhouse is criminal. It's a criminal button. He poses up on you, man. All right, now we're playing the full screen zoning. And there's the first headbutt afterwards.
Oh, got the spike out of there, then a little bit of extra juggle afterwards. Yeah, this is a dangerous situation again. Remember I said -4 on those headbutts in Burnout? It's 0.
Yeah,
it's
that's
0.
It's so good. Oh, no. Do you have a kill
get
combo here? Let's see. Oh, we're going to get the fancy stuff. Combo exhibition. He challenged. Not like this. Doug Cuddles.
No.
Going to get hit by the critical art. That's a round on the board for Agent, baby.
That is brutal right there for Doug Cuddles dropping that combo like that.
Oh, it's not enough.
It's not enough yet. Oh,
no
boy.
Shot. No shot.
And he wasn't burned out, so he's not getting chipped to the Oh, that jump kick. I thought Doug Cuddles had charged up for the head, but I think maybe he thought he did too, and he tried it, but didn't have enough charge and just ate the jump kick. Yeah.
Oh, spacing wasn't correct there from Mr. Cuddles. Oh, nice. And again, the criminal roundhouse.
It's those shoes, man. It's those shoes.
Yeah.
Nice punish on the landing.
They're not Birkenstocks, I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Yeah, can't jump there if he's swinging away with that cage.
No butt slam this time.
Just ate the jump in, and I love that back throw from Agent. Nice jump back. Here we go. Big damage here. He only has a level 1, so not going to be quite enough to kill yet. He did not want to burn himself with the EX and not get the kill. I think the EX spikes would have been able to do it. Yeah, but he doesn't need it. He gets game number 2 on the board.
Yeah, didn't commit to the spikes there. Maybe just not aware that you get that extra little extension. But Agent, you know, finally getting that full screen position against Honda. And the key to the change here has been the jump back roundhouse. Every single one of them has been connecting, really spacing against the headbutts. Instead of charging full force forward, maybe if I go back, he'll come to me. And that's what we've been seeing.
Oh,
dude, that's the money button.
Yeah,
the money button, bro.
That is, I mean, all that finances he stole from Ken, he spent it on that jump roundhouse right now.
JP took the wife, the kids, and my air normals. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Just be top 1.
Oh, there's that crouching medium kick again. And usually when you hit with that crouching medium kick, you see a lot of the JPs just keep going with it until it's finally blocked. Oh, gotta watch out. Yeah, that neutral jump heavy punch, obviously you can guide it a little bit. People always forget, and so you see him neutral jump far away, and you're like, I'm fine. Oh, the reset!
Yeah, burnt out at the last second, and now Agent is the one on set point here. Doug Cuddles has not been able to make the adaptation.
And remember, Agent saying, I'm just surprised I'm here. This is why you don't say I'm going to sit at home and watch the top 8. This is why you have the confidence to say that you're going to be playing in it, because right now, look at this. he has definitely made the adjustments here, and he is looking so strong against Doug Cuddles right now.
Absolutely. No parries required on these headbutts. Finally, the anti-air coming out from Doug Cuddles against the jump roundhouse. And again, the tick throw setup with the ghost. Doug Cuddles doesn't have an answer. He's got all this drive gauge. He's not willing to drive rush forward. We talked about this earlier in the JP matchup. We need to use that drive meter for good, and you might not have a chance to use it for good because you're out of the tournament. What looked like an easy 2-0 for Doug Cuddles becomes a 2-1 for Agent 17805. He was just playing around. The player quote was to give us a false sense of security.
Dude, that did so much damage. Was that a punish count?
No.
I didn't even, it was just regular.
It was raw, you donkey. It was raw.
Oh boy,
That
and
was
there
some
you go.
Mondo big damage. We should be able to see it on the replay here again if I'm certain. Hopefully we have it in the package. But yeah, look, at the beginning of this set, it looked like everything was coming up. Doug Cuddles had the pressure in the corner. Every single overhead was connecting. I think it all turned around when Doug dropped that corner combo and it was about to be lights out. Like, he had the game in the palm of his hands, and JP said, well, it's a good time to liquefy your investments. That'd be wild if you lost all your money.
And honestly, the way that Agent started playing a little bit, he started playing a little less scared, a little more aggressive, and like you said, that jump heavy kick did it. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it was nuts. Nutso damage. And I mean, Agent is able to move on to fight against Ghost Chips. I think the only thing I would say, and I never like to backseat or anything here, but in the end there, looking at where Doug Cuddles' drive gauge was and how much opportunity there was for just raw drive rush, it's a very strong option. We didn't really get to see any of that, and that's one of the ways you can really navigate against JP. You have to be able to drive rush in and get on top of him, and the only thing we got to see was really the headbutts, which continually were blocked. They weren't perfect parried, but it never really gave Doug Cuddles a chance to get in and go for the command grabs, go for the hugs, go for the pressure, and Agent capitalized. So really good showing. Another JP moving on even further in the bracket here.
Yeah, and again, just want to remind everyone, obviously we're here in the Oceania region here, and one of the weeklies here that is played is Unga Down Under.
Unga Down Under.
Yeah, and they are, like I said, shout outs to them. They were doing new logos and such like that, and Unga Down Under is part of the World Warrior Pro Tour. This is coming back from the previous year, so these Capcom Pro Tours, these CPT Onlines aren't the only way to qualify for Capcom Cup X. They're called, it's like Mega Man X. We have the Mega Man
so
reference.
Cool.
And World Warrior regional events are now available to sign up. There's going to be 26 regions out there.
That's a lot of folks.
26 champions all competing again for that $1 million at Capcom Cup X. So if you want to know what your local is, what your World Warrior Weekly is to sign up for, head on over to CapcomProTour.com for more information. And we're going to be able to see a lot of regions stepping it up and seeing all these players play against each other. So especially for like Oceania regions, right? Because your CPT came first. If you don't qualify here,
you got a lot of time.
Yeah, the best thing that you can do, hit up that Unga Down Under and start to practice and score a lot of those points during the course of the entire World Warrior season.
Yeah, I love that we get to see the World Warrior return here. Shows from players across the world are able to qualify, and not only your one player from this one qualifier gets to come, you get another representative, and that's so cool. It's like you go to another region, you're like, I want Idom Punk and I want young Matt Team to get in. It's like, well, there is a path, and you have to be able to find out who's able to come out on top, and that's what we're getting to here as we are on the lower side of things. We got to take a little bit of a break for this top 16 loser side. Even more matches to go, even more nail-biting matches too, because we're not even to the top 8 loser side qualifiers yet. We got a couple more to go, and it has been a blast. So please stay tuned, get yourself another Red Bull as we get ready for our next matches.
Street Fighter 6.
Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas. Here, we flex our style, our passion, our creativity, skills. We come here to break rules. To bend minds. To change the game. This is where we make an impression. Not just one. This is where we make our masterpiece.
Fighter 6.
Available now.
Objection!
One of the voices of the Unga Down Under. One of the voices of Australia, the Oceania scene as a whole. We are joined with none other than Tom Scott. What's going on with you, Tom?
It's a pleasure to be here, guys. Thanks so much for having me. I'm very grateful to get to talk about my region.
Of course, we're happy to have you on because you are one of the guys on the inside who knows this region inside and out. So you can give us, the down and dirty of who we expect to go far, maybe some potential upsets. Can we, right off the bat, before we can get into the region, Can we get like your top 3 right now and why?
Well, ROF won Battle Arena Melbourne, so he being the guy who's won the major that we've ran here has to be the favorite.
Okay.
Obviously, look, Travis is Travis. When Travis travels or enters events, he's always going to be top 3 as well. And then for third place, look, I know Somniac's playing $1 million character because he's playing Luke. So look, you can't go wrong with some. You can't go wrong with some. One thing with this scene is that everybody that was really strong in 5 has come straight across to 6 and started placing well. So that consistency's still there from those guys, which is, they're world class. So that makes sense, right?
You brought up 5, and that, of course, brings me back to ROF and Travis representing you guys at Capcom Cup last year. What did that mean for you personally? And, just as a scene, like, what was it like seeing them compete in Capcom Cup and represent you guys?
It's really, I've always thought that our guys were talented enough to push it on the world stage, and getting the opportunity for them to go out and showcase just how good we are and how exciting our play has been it's a truly, like, it's so good to watch, man. It was so good watching them, and like they almost made it out of the group stages too. They were so close. Like I think ROF like choked on his very last set to make it out. But it was like made us all so proud.
With that said, Unga Down Under has the honor of being a World Warrior series again. Can you speak to what that really means to the community and maybe the effect that had over the course of this previous season with 5 and what you expect to see with 6?
Well, Unga's goal was always to make the tournament series for the community that has that professional standard, right? So for us, getting the privilege to get to work with World Warrior not once but twice just shows that the effort that we're putting in is turning into a product that we can be proud of. And for us to run a series where like the person that wins our tournament is going to Capcom Cup is it's dope. It's something that, like, when we started this, I don't think we ever thought it would get to that kind of scale. So it's a real privilege to get to do that.
When it comes to Unga Down Under, when it comes to the Oceania scene, you guys are seeing ridiculous production value. You've seen these amazing players over the course of the years starting to get more and more shine, thankfully, especially with us having CPT Online opening things up more to a world stage. And you are seeing high-level personalities on the microphone representing the scene in the form of mans like Tom Scott. Tom, it's been a pleasure talking to you, bro.
It's a pleasure, guys. Thank you for having me. OCE is world class and one of the most exciting regions in the world. So for God's sake, don't miss this top 8.
Again, shout outs to all the different regions around the world running all of these World Warrior events. We just saw all the information about the Unga Down Under. And again, it just shows how global Street Fighter is.
Around the world,
right?
baby.
Yeah, it's literally everywhere. And, Red Bull Kumite, we got to see South Africa.
Gamers 8 going on right now, too.
Gamers 8 going right now. I mean, it's everywhere. It is literally everywhere. Everybody loves themselves some Street Fighters. So, and again, like we talked about earlier, the netcode just makes it that
so
much
good,
better.
dude. It's so good. I'm fighting somebody from across the world, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. Like, I don't see much delay, and it's so good. Like, really, shout-outs. Kudos to you, Capcom. Like, Capcom Pro Tour 10 is going to be, like, the finals is going to be so good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and then seeing everybody, like, come, and it's like, oh, wow, you're playing, like, very similar to how we played online. Like, that's such a great conversation to have, and I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm already wanting it to be the finals, man.
And again, look, I love all fighting games, right? I mean, just the fact that at EVO for one of the top 6, we had a player from Senegal.
That was so cool.
It's so cool.
That was so cool.
I mean, it's just, we have so much great representation. Again, top 4 at EVO for Street Fighter 6, all from 6 different regions.
So good, dude.
I mean, 4 different regions.
Top four was from 6 different places? James.
Look, leave me alone. All right, here we go.
We got to get those numbers up.
Second to the last match here on the first round, a loser's bracket coming up here. Let's take a look at this bracket over here. Oh, actually, let's just take a look at our players right away. Dude. Salt Factory, Zarzob, going to Microsoft J.
I love Microsoft J's look in this picture, man. He's got the Astro lanyard. He's got the cowboy hat. and the Ray-Bans against Zarzab over there, and he's a leader of the Salt Factory, and he's a jury player. This is, chef's kiss. This is a beautiful matchup that we have coming up here.
From New Zealand, but again, 36 years, I mean, that's a little bit more on the veteran side of Street Fighter if they've been playing for quite some time. But yeah, so here's the bracket right there. You see that Agent moved on, and he's going to be going up against Ghost Chips, but the winner of Zarzab and Microsoft J is going to go up against Crown, who we did see earlier. So curious to see which of these players is going to make it through here.
Yeah, it's going to be one hell of a battle. Jury versus DJ, so both of these characters have immensely strong drive rushes. I know that's like where most of the memes come from, where you see the DJ green stuff and you absolutely just jump out of your seat terrified.
Yeah, and he's just leaning back,
Yeah.
It's become such a meme pose at this point. But no, clearly I feel like these two have like the two strongest drive rushes in the game.
Yeah. Without a doubt, two of the strongest drive rushes in the game. I think Ken is also up there just because of the normals that he can really present out of drive rush and the options he can present off of counter hit, block, punish, counter. Dude, he hits you with his run forward headbutt. And he's plus
on block headbutt.
Hell yeah, dude. Loving the faces coming out here as we get also the color schemes, small nuts. Loving what we get to see here. This is one of my favorite jury colors.
Yeah, an alternate jury costume as well, going back to the Street Fighter V look over here.
Yeah, that's unit 2 right there.
Shoutouts too, by the way, for the Evo panel. They showed the 4 new costumes for the 4 characters.
Bro, dude, the jury costume is actually pretty sick. I love all of the costumes. The Marisa costume?
Marisa's costume.
Dude, so DJ's costume is sick too.
Yeah.
All of them. Take my money, Capcom. Take my slide, jury.
Yeah, interesting enough, a lot of those costumes come from some of the graphics that you can win, that you unlock during World Tour.
That's so
and stuff
cool,
like that.
sneak peeks, baby.
Ooh.
Oh, burnout already.
Yeah, you gotta watch out here. Chip damage is gonna be a danger, but Zarzab has a lot of health. Gonna get the throw, not enough to kill. And now
it's the snail that's approaching you, and if you block it, you get $1 million, James. You just can't touch it. It's gonna get you.
Oh, there we go, anti-air. And now the sweep. Oh boy, that's a big hit here. Instead of going for the throw, instead he goes for the hit. And then
plus frames. Oh, but you can't. You don't have the help. Microsoft J. A little bit too slow. Not on the cutting edge of reacting there.
Beautiful awareness right there from Zarzab. As soon as I saw that counter, I was like, oh no. But then you're right. Yeah, he did not have the help. One of the things that you are going to have to keep track of and learn to drive parry instead of drive impact. But of course, you can't cancel into a drive parry.
Yeah, the only other option you really had there was to go for 2 quick jabs or maybe a super, because super would break it, but having that reaction is going to be the top-notch, top shelf stuff, and we just weren't able to see it in that situation. Also, very hard to do.
Yeah.
So it's not like, well, why didn't you just super after you saw the drive impact come up? Oh, nice. The OD up kicks. Get me out.
But it burned them out, unfortunately,
now,
so here we go.
You could just, they're done.
All right.
Drive impact. There was a super on deck too to just chip. Really good awareness from SF. Zarzab. I love that Salt Factory also could be interpretative as Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's right.
So good stuff to you, Zarzab.
And honestly, also shout outs to Capcom for the win poses, because Jury's win pose is so disrespectful.
They're just so good. JP just steps over
you. Dude, JP's. First time I saw JP's, I saw someone describe it as like the coldest win pose they'd ever seen.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
And then DJ, he just like he signs an autograph on your corpse. I don't. Was that a teabag? Or was that a buffer for a DP? I don't know, but either way, Zarzab is trying to fulfill the Salt Factory. He's trying to fill the mines.
That was way too slow to go for it. It's way too late to go for that crouching heavy kick, slide anti-air, especially because Jury has some good jump attacks.
Dude, that crouching medium kick is so dang good on Zarzab. That Jury.
It's crazy too, because I mean, it is further range than a lot of the other crouching medium kicks, but it's not as much as you think. Ooh. It's really the fact that her crouching pose leans so far back that it's very deceptive, the range that it has.
Tricky lady.
Yeah.
Let's see, stringed up. Big old counter hit. No, not able to get over. But again, if you're less than half a brick, you will burn out on the parry, so not able to get it. The only way you would have got a drive rush there is if you go for jab and then press it.
Right, that's right.
Got to be a little bit more creative. They put it in for a reason. Oh, yeah, tick throw. Nice.
I mean, honestly, one of the dangerous things, I mean, again, I'm saying this as a person who does it myself. I'm saying this as a person who, building some extra drive gauge there. I don't even know if you needed it, but One of the biggest differences between players who are going to be winning tournaments like this and players who are just going to be making top 16 is the drive gauge management. Burning yourself out is such a terrible thing to do.
Oh, yeah. You better be 100% confident that you are in control if you're going to burn yourself out, or it will end up just like we saw there for Microsoft Jay. The moment he burned out both times, immediate stun into kill.
Yeah, and I've always said, too, if you don't know a good block sequence against your opponent when they're burned out, you need to learn it now.
Step one.
Yeah, figure out that good block string sequence. I mean, one of the first times I ever saw it was Punk doing it with Cammy, you know.
The Infinite?
Yeah, I mean, and again, that's another important thing, too, is learn where the gaps are in there. Because I think... So, I mean, Manon, for example, she has stand, medium punch, stand, medium punch, stand, medium punch, stand, medium punch. There's no gap in there, but the strategy is to get hit by
does it again.
You get hit by the stand, medium punch, and that's actually worse on hit than it is if you block
it. It's advantageous. So
yeah,
it's like you got to know how to take your licks, man.
Yeah, it's weird, but make sure you study the burnout situations like that. If you don't have your own burnout sequence to pressure people, because I see a lot of times when players burn out the other character, they don't take advantage of it enough during those pressure string sequences.
Yeah, and it's hard to interact in those moments because you feel like you've lost your tools. You're like, okay, well, what tools do I have left? And it's how you utilize those. And it's exactly what you brought up, because there are answers, and we just didn't really get to see any of those presented there. We did have Wake Up Super, which could have got us away from the drive impact in the corner. That's just about it for DJ. So didn't get to see that presented. And
because again, DJ also his level 1. He's one of the only characters who has a level 1 with no invul in there.
It'll be drive impact, but not much else.
Right.
Not much else. And there was not much else that we could have seen done. And Zarzov really just ran over with Jury, and that's what Jury can do. Very strong character, one of the strongest drive rushes in the game, and that low forward being so deceptively long. DJ didn't really get an opportunity to fight back.
Yep.
It was rough.
All right.
It was a rough one.
We've got one more round 1 matchup here on the loser side of the bracket. So let's take a look at the brackets here at what's coming up here. It is going to be Steve Yo going up against AIP Mont coming up here. And again, 24 years and 31 years here. And yeah, it's really cool to see these players, the scene from Australia building up again. I mean, 7,000 players at EVO was ridiculous, but it just means that we are welcoming in so many new players. We are getting in all these new guys to come in and compete in this game, and I cannot wait to see more and more and more players joining us here for some Capcom Pro Tour.
Dude, seeing everybody in that arena when Rick asked, who's its first year here? And everybody, like almost everybody, put their hand up. I was like, I'm old. No.
Look, let me tell you something. You know, when UMVC3 started the day, you know, I walked in part way through. I thought it was early in the morning, so I'll be able to find some seats in the front.
And it was so full.
It was so full. So my strategy was, okay, I know there's probably a bunch of people here only to watch Marvel.
Absolutely
so after
not.
Marvel ends, I can move to a better seat.
How did that play out?
Nobody went
How did
anywhere.
That play out?
Dude.
Everybody was like, hey, let's watch this next game.
The amount of love for fighting games in that arena that day was absolutely phenomenal.
It was nuts. It was nuts. Unmatched. And like a tale for the tapes too on the Street Fighter top 6 we were able to see. So dang good. And I feel like you brought it to fruition. We got Manon on the screen. Let's see if we can see that type of pressure we were bringing up before, where it's medium punch, medium punch, medium punch, and an immediate DP right there. All right, Steve-Yo, I see you.
Yeah, Steve-Yo using Tomo's friend from that Game Pro video a long time ago, teaching you how to play Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. Ooh, here we go.
Into the corner, time to pressure. Let's see, can you find a way out, Mont? No, not able to get the punish. In order to get the punish on that, you actually have to do a neutral jump, so not ready.
But the important thing, remember, for Manon is also building up those medal counts right now. Only at 2 right now, so he's only been able to get 1 extra medal.
Yeah, I feel like it's a death sentence. If the Manon gets 5 medals in the first round, it's like, thank you, GG's, let's go next.
So, I mean, one of the things that's interesting about Manon that's different than a lot of other characters is if you have a losing round like this, your goal might just be to build up medals now, not to necessarily win the round, right? So that the next 2 rounds you can do some more damage and be scarier. So she has an extra goal, which makes her a fascinating character. Right, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, losing this round and getting the 5 medals would definitely be a sour feeling.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I don't think you can get to 5 medals in 1 round without them being dead.
Yeah, exactly. it's a kind of a stretch there.
Oh, the meaty into the level 3, straight up. Gonna get the hit and taking you straight to Memphis.
I swear, I know he doesn't say it, but I hear it every time now.
Dude, and again, shout out to Alex.
Alex,
he made that video where he actually
did it.
Yeah.
He polluted our minds. What if it's actually a grand scheme and it's like, the Berenstein Bears? Like he actually had Capcom like do a small update behind our backs and actually he Mandela affected us. Did you have Capcom put the Memphis line in the game? Like, what if he did?
Oh,
who knows?
Man.
All I know is that Steve Yo did get this first game, and Mont is the one who's going to have to fight back. Only 1 medal level here in the start of game 2, and we're getting it started. Yeah, dancing shoes are on.
Oh, no.
And we're ripping them off.
You have to be aware that every Manon likes to autopilot after the command throw into that overhead kick.
It's so good.
And so the opponent just has to see you leap into the air, hit that button. You can just jump forward instead to bait it out, but if you autopilot like that, your opponents who are aware are going to blow you up for that.
Absolutely, and now
caught
out. Yeah, every single counter hit.
There we go. There's the medal that he's looking for, but he's almost out of drive gauge too, so maybe time to back. Oh, that is huge punish right there.
Mega negative here, and now Lana, great corner. Like, he gets the screen space. I think that's the most important part because you're going to feel a lot more comfortable fighting against this Manon now.
Oh,
and more comfortable in the air. Medal level 4. This is
he
huge.
Still went for it.
Again.
Oh my God. You know what?
He won't drive impact again. No shot.
Steve Yo was like, there's no way you're going to do it again, and then he did. Oh, level 3? No?
Not just yet. He knew it wasn't going to kill him. There. Oh, my God. No shot. The critical art is going to be able to wrap this up. There is no world where AIP Mont survives, and that is it. Steve Yo, knowing that Mont was going to go for the command grab, go for a cheeky little reset there. Gets the 2-0.
Steve Yo with the steal Yo right there. Going to take that one over Mont, and things were looking good for Mont. He had built up a lot of that medal count, but Steve just found that opportunity, found that gap to throw up the level 3, and there it is.
That was Mr. Steal Yo game. That's what happened. Steve Yo game is what we got to see there. And now we have our round 2 loser side determined here. The rest of the matches from here on out are going to be top 8 qualifiers. From the top side, we have Freezer versus a Wild Llama. He's never seen that type of machinery before. Ghost Chips versus Dusk Agent 17805. Just was ready to watch the hype top 8, and Agent has a chance to put themselves into the top 8. Not a ticket to Memphis, but a ticket to Oceania top 8. Crown and Zarzab, and now Somniac versus Steve Yo.
Yeah, and before we go to, we're going to actually start this round 2 loser side right away. We're going to go to Freezer and a Wild Llama. Yeah, I'm a llama again. Wait a minute.
I love it. Wait a minute. I'm a llama again.
Oh, such a great movie.
I love it, dude. My spinach puffs. My command grabs. Oh, no.
Oh.
Who do you think Kronk would play?
Kronk? Kronk would play Honda.
Kronk would absolutely play Honda.
Freezer is
no, he'd play Aki. He said, the poison. Poison for Luke. Luke's poison. Luke's poison. Gotta give poison for Luke. And then it's like, I forgot to
poison?
grab him.
Yes!
That poison.
Kronk.
Yes, that poison! You were supposed to win before top 6. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one. Didn't turn the oven off. But it's only heating up here. Freezer.
Well, Freezer is going to play Honda. Okay,
exactly.
So he's going to be playing some Honda against a DJ here. So, again, going to be a lot of forward movement here, whether by headbutt or by drive rush.
Death by Freezer. That's what we're going to do. And, I mean, hey, likes to hold back, likes to turtle, likes to ice them out is what we could see from some Hondas. But that's what you like them to think. You always got to be one step ahead of the Honda. And when a Freezer comes down from the top rope, it doesn't feel good. You don't want to catch it. All right, so that's what we're hopefully going to see. The faces are too good, man.
Oh, God.
Every dang time he did the
I mean, I've been seeing them for 2 months, and somehow they still... Oh, my God. That punish counter is still one of the most painful looking punish counters in the game.
Dude, you just crumple down. It's like you took all the oxygen out of your system.
Do any of the other punish counters cause that animation? Because I swear I see it on Honda the most, and it's just so painful.
I think the other one that really makes me happy is when you hit the roundhouse on Kennen, they just go flying backwards.
Yeah. And then, of course, the other beautiful one is JP when he hits you with the stick, and it's just like, yeah.
Oh, no. OD butt slam gets him out of the corner, but it's not enough yet, and it's so scary. No, up kicks was not the answer. All you have to do is follow up there. So good. Great follow-up on the airborne property there. Freezer.
Yeah, but I mean, that was a great reaction right there. The up kicks was a pretty decent reaction there, but just on the drive impact, it has enough armor to absorb through it and hand him out of the air. Oh, no!
Yeah.
Speaking of drive impact, another one.
Yeah, sometimes going for it wrong is just working out. And right now, Freezer is icing out Llama. This is not your territory. It's not where you were raised, man. You need the green fields. No ice here.
He's trying to get him with that ice tray right now, but here we go.
He needed that back massage after that beatdown. He just overextended himself.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, like, I would want DJ to do that to me because I'm an old man and I need that back massage, man.
The extreme position massage chair.
Went for dude, Freezer is not scared to use this meter, and there's the level 3 right there.
One of the sickest animations in the game, man. He puts you in the ring.
Yeah, and creates the ring with your foot, dude. It's just the coolest thing.
He said, I'm from Ryugoku. I have eaten my chonko, and it's time to party.
And then I love the
the
Honda win pose. Not that final one, but the mid-match one.
Oh, he's so good, dude. Honda is such a cool character.
Too far away for that. And yeah, look at that. The speed on that drive rush. It's ridiculous.
So fast, man. He feels the rhythm.
Oh,
no.
What a neutral jump.
I like that, though, going for the commitment, but the sway back.
And he was not expecting Freezer to go for a neutral jump in that situation.
He said, anything you can do, I can do better, man. I'll do it right back at you.
See the drive parries into the drive rushes from a Wild Llama. Nice catches with the up kicks, and now Honda stuck the screen away.
Triple perfect parry. Oh, it doesn't matter. Parry the fireball, save the world. I don't know. Not good enough. Double fire. What if I threw 2?
2 fireballs, very
that was
strong.
So good.
But obviously, if you parry it, you actually come out with a net positive on that drive gauge. That is the only weakness of that double fireball. Well, also he's stuck there for quite some time after throwing it.
Yeah, I think some adjustments we've seen too from heavy fireball characters too is just committing to the holding parry.
Yeah.
Because if your opponent commits to more than 1 fireball, you get that gauge back, and pressing parry over and over again is gonna burn you out faster. But right now, Wild Summit is putting on the pressure. Oh my God, he went for double throw, Street Fighter stuff.
Honestly, speaking of adjustments right now, Wild Llama coming back here in game number 2, winning it super soundly right there. And I think a lot of it was he started playing a little bit more defense. It looked like he was playing more the anti-Honda game, lots of fireballs, keep him a screen away.
Yeah, he's the one who's got to commit. He has to send an OD headbutt to get through my fireballs or potentially try to parry. And now it's Throat Loop City. You have been locked down. Not a counter hit there, but finally backdashing. Yeah, another one of the options that needs to be represented against the Throat Loop.
Oh, God. That looked like it hurt.
Dude, he dropped him right in the place where no one should be.
And he tried to shimmy right there, but again, remember the throw ranges in Street Fighter 6 are so much better than they were in Street Fighter 5. Setting up the safe jump right there, yeah. When you see that drive parry, you see people commit to the drive rush afterwards to feel like they're using that meter for a good reason, and Freezer had the check all ready to go. Oh no, he missed the up kicks.
Yeah, I don't know if he got the charge in time there. So that's exactly when we saw that drop there. And now Freezer is on set point. The wake up OD fireball. In that spacing, just an extra long poke. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect space.
Charge so fast.
Again, the backdash.
Well, and that's how Freezer won.
No.
Last time. Here we go. Gets hit. Watch out for the drive impact because he's... Oh, the parry. Back throw. Beautiful decision. Switch the sides. He tried to go for a throw. No, you dropped the combo, and he doesn't have the drive impact to counter. So here we go. Final game. Final round.
Could go either way. 3 sticks of butter on both sides, which means we have a critical art deck. What do you mean that jump medium kick hit behind?
It's a cross up, so you know.
Yeah, dude, he hit him with the, again, it was glute roll. He said, I could do it too. God.
Oh.
Dude.
Just drive rush right into the headbutt.
Nah, he's doing it again. Back to the well, baby. It was working the first game. Let's go back to the basics. Anti-air.
Gotta watch out for another one again.
Oh, didn't get the distance there on the butt slam, and now it's time to party. Wild Llama is the one who has to put on the offensive here.
Try to jump away.
Should
Here
be
we
a
go.
kill.
Big hit. Gonna be able to go into the level 3 off of this, and there it is. Freezer is going to book his ticket into the top 8 tomorrow on the loser's side.
Really strong performance from the side of a Wild Llama, but at the end was not able to effectively punish the drive impacts. Had a critical arm on deck, could have gone for level 1, could have gone for the level 3. Didn't present either option, and at the end of the day, Freezer just, put his right head forward.
Just forward and punch after charging a little bit, and you
Just a little bit of hold
yeah.
back. Just a little bit of hold back, and Freezer is able to hold out in that set. So super good stuff. Very back and forth. A Wild Llama saw a lot of great opportunities when changing into the patient game here, but first game was all drive impact, all Freezer. And Wild Llama didn't really have a chance to strike in that first set, but again, went the distance here. Final game, final round between these two, and holding onto that meter the entire time, I feel like is something that will, I don't know. I have the ideology of early and often. Like, if you're not utilizing, unless you're Cammy, the level 1s, level 2s, and level 3s that you have at your disposal, I feel like you're not maximizing what your character has to offer. So seeing a couple of those opportunities in the future for a Wild Llama, I think would be a good way to close out some of these rounds that were potentially left on the table, because Freezer was always spending. And I feel like Freezer was always spending, whether it be the drive gauge, whether it be the super meter. It really paid off, and that's what we got to see at the end here as we close out with the level 3. Really good stuff from Freezer, moving on to that top 8 tomorrow. Our first one from the loser side of things, as you can see on the bracket here. Thank you, production. Some of the best in the business. They knew exactly what I was thinking, and that's where Freezer was thinking too. He's like, I want everybody to see where I'm at, man.
They're fighting game players. They can predict us,
They know what's
too.
up. They're like,
that's what we do, man.
James is mashing drive impact right here. I'm going to hit him
Dude,
with the bracket.
I never hit the drive impact.
You don't have the foot pedal yet, man.
I don't have the foot pedal.
You got to get the foot pedal.
Exactly. But as you can see here, we've got 3 more matches here to determine the last 3 players that will qualify into the top 8. Will it be Ghost, Chips, or Agent, Crown or Zarzob, Somniac or Steve Yo? We will find out very, very soon. So do not go anywhere. We are going to get the last players of our top 8 settled right after this break. Guys, do not go anywhere. Stick around.
Which one of these was the herbal medicine again? Oh yeah, this one. Probably. Now, here comes the airplane. Say ah. No! Some poisons can kill people in the thousands with that amount. Like botulinum toxin, it inhibits acetylcholine release, causing loss of muscle tone, lethargy, dizziness, visual impairment. Heavy eyelids, intense thirst, loss of speech, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach distension, breathing difficulty, then respiratory failure.
I present the Hunter from Komura.
only one man in the history of Street Fighter has won 2 Capcom Cups, putting his scene on the map brick by brick and then giving back, only coming back to win the whole thing again. An absolute legend, still young, Mena RD. What's going on with you, bro?
What's up, man?
I ain't lied, did I?
Nah.
I only spoke facts.
It was just funny, bro.
I only spoke facts. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's facts, though.
I feel like personally, I think you're gonna win another Capcom Cup.
Yes, sir.
In Street Fighter 6.
Amen.
Genuinely, I'm confident that you can do that. But when it comes to when it matters most, for some reason, you built different.
Yeah.
What is that, man? Like, do you think you prepare for Cup differently to people, or what?
I think it's the mentality, honestly. I feel like a lot of the fighting game players is like, teenagers or kids that they good in games, but they don't really prepare for the sports side, the competition. And I feel like I've been getting ready on the competitive side, like I don't get scared. It doesn't mean anything to me to play at the biggest stage. It's the same game I play every day. So I feel like they gotta prepare more on that side, and I gotta keep improving on that side too. But I feel like that's the difference. If you only play the game but you don't compete, then you're not gonna perform when it matters.
If you only play the game but you don't compete, I'm gonna drop my bars a little bit. You been reading something. I see what you do. You about to write a book or something like that.
Maybe.
The will to keep winning.
Nah.
The Spanish.
I
can write a Spanish version of it or something like that. So you just see my man's the champ give his advice to all of the players. You gotta focus on the mental side, the sports psychology. Then maybe one day you can be like the bull, Mena RD. Let's get back to the CPT Australia.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Capcom Pro Tour 2023 Oceania region. We are topping off our top 16 with 3 more matches to decide who gets into the top 8 loser side. I'm Jake Ryan, joined by James Chen, your choice for an in-game commentator. You could listen to him right now if you're playing at home, but we're not playing around here because there's a lot of money on the line and even more slots for this top 8. James, what's been your favorite match of the night so far?
I mean, I kind of like all of them right now. See,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
pretty
be that one. I'm gonna be that. I can't pick my favorite child. That's just what it is, So
I really like Travis Styles' match. That one was pretty good. There's some choice words on the screen, but some choice characters as well. We sadly didn't get to see Travis's Chun show up. Hopefully we get that tomorrow. But we're going to talk about today as we take a look at the bracket and where we are so far in the top 16. Here it is on the loser side. We just got to see Freezer with a very close 2-1 over a Wild Llama, and it was the right poison that we got to see because Ghost Chips on the other side is going to be fighting against Dusk, Agent 17805, Crown versus Zarzab, and Somniac versus Steve Yo to close out the night here for our top 16 in the top 8.
That's right. So, guys, it'll be, remember, the top 8 will start tomorrow at the same time as we start in the top 16 today. So you do not want to miss that. Make sure you follow Capcom Fighters on Twitch, on YouTube, and all the different streaming platforms. Yeah. So and then make sure you click on those buttons to make sure you get the notification of when we go live. But again, 3 more matches today to figure out the top 8. So let's get into the first one here. It's going to be Ghost Chips going up against Agent. Remember, Agent said he would be happy to watch this from home. But you know what? He has the potential to play in it himself, but he's got to get through that Luke from Ghost Chips.
Got to be a part of the hype top 8. And to get there, going through Luke, one of the arguably best characters in the game, top 3 guaranteed, I would say, is going to be quite difficult, especially with all the footage that people have of Luke fighting JP. And your opponent's coming in confident. You said, I hope I'm there. They're aiming for that top 8. So let's see. JP versus Luke. It's going to be a lot more difficult than JP versus Honda, I would say. Just a much more well-rounded character. Luke has everything in his toolkit, plus more. Easy hit confirms, damage, L plus ratio plus Memphis. Like, it's so hard to deal with him, man.
Let's take a ticket to Memphis.
Let's take a ticket. I'll take 1 ticket to Memphis, a target combo, a back heavy kick,
and
an OD.
Capcom World Tour mode needs to add Memphis.
Dude, if you could just go to Memphis.
Dude, they need to add Memphis.
You know how funny that would be?
And just have Luke is just chilling there.
Alex Lee just does a TikTok, and he's like, in the new World Tour mode, I've taken the Turtles, we're going to my hometown, Memphis.
Dude, if it's in Memphis, and all you do is just see a bunch of people with, bandages and black eyes, and they're like, we were all sent here by Luke.
And there's a wanted poster with Luke's face on the wall, and for some reason G is there, and you're like, huh?
Yeah,
President of the world.
We definitely need a Memphis location for World Tour now. All right, but
give it to me.
Agent doing a good job here finding that command throw fireball.
1+, yep, locked down and right there. Tried to get walked back. You didn't see a counter hit there, so got caught standing. Got to keep the knees extended, man.
And here's that corner position. Trying to get the throw, the jump back. Hey, look, that jump heavy kick was doing Agent some work in the last match.
It was making all those write-offs look so good on paper.
Exactly. Definitely getting a lot of interest out of that jump round.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, the reaction!
Yeah!
And let's
So
see,
good.
he's got a level 2. He's
you're dead.
no, you're dead.
Yeah,
You died.
you're done.
If he doesn't drop this, okay, got it.
The only thing getting dropped is this man, dude, JP.
Again, that air flash knuckle combo, not as easy as it looks. You have to hold the flash knuckle, but you can't charge it all the way.
Button. Oh, man.
Oh, you can't charge it all the way.
I know.
Charge it all.
I'm just giving you a hard time. And that's what we're seeing from Ghost Chips, too, all right? You take that first bite and you think you're all right. But he is, from dawn to dusk, having a hard time with the hot chip.
Yeah, and right now, Agent's got to find a way out of here. Get some drive parry, but then immediately thrown here. At least it wasn't thrown out of the drive parry, so it wasn't a punish counter. And here we go. Big damage and now full screen. Oh, yeah, he's going to spend it right now. He's going to get as much damage as he can. It's going to be about 60% life right here, especially with the CA activated.
Yep. Gets a little bit of that drive gauge too, which means whatever this next sequence is, as long as you're able to land a couple of spikes, you can lead the burnout.
Oh, nice jump away, but he jumped back instead of neutral. Wow!
The extended hurt box on that jump normal from the side of Agent. Oh, was
sand blaster.
Too much, dude. He put sand in your eyes. Ka-chow, pocket sand. Shout outs to you, man.
And then right back into the next match. Oh, drive rush.
Ooh, Agent's got that in your pocket right there. Drive impact right on back.
Goes for just the crumple, the air reset into the combo instead of the neutral jump.
Yep.
But here we go.
Yeah, neutral jump, and as they're crumpling, you get the full extension.
So scary, this drive rush afterwards. You got to deal with that, but nice whip punish. Actually, he didn't even get the punish counter message on that, so not sure how Ghost Chips just got hit by that. Nice! And see, this time he neutral jumped so he can actually punish it. He has the burnout on Agent, but what a back throw from Agent. Now he has all this screen, all this real estate to build back.
Wow. The money button.
No, he was expecting it. Oh, he did level 2.
Yeah, he's still
okay. I thought he did a level 3. I thought he was expecting the street block to hit twice.
If I had to pick $1 million button, that's definitely in contention.
Yeah.
Jump roundhouse on JP.
Yeah, it is a good button right there.
Pretty good button.
That's
there
what
it is, baby.
There it
Woo.
is. That's what you get when you're a tall man, dude.
I mean, your legs are stronger than your arms. JP's doing it right. Okay, great tech on the throw, and there we go. Crouching heavy punch again. Double anti-airs.
You see this defense right now. Oh, he just walks under and gets the side switch. This is brilliant. Tries to bait out a throw with that neutral jump, but Ghost Chips just run it down. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Here we go.
My golly goodness.
Try to anti-air with that crouch fierce again.
Slowly walking him down. My man is playing Leap Fighter.
He gave away so much screen space on that, but then managed to jump over again as well.
You know, something I'm surprised is Agent 17805 has not used a single OD amnesia on Wake Up.
That's true,
So maybe holding on to it for, you know, when the chips are down.
No anti-airs either. That crouching heavy punch from JP, such a brilliant anti-air, and he is down. Oh, you know what? Who needs an anti-air? Air to air, jump roundhouse does everything.
Okay,
but
dead character.
You're dead here.
No, what are you doing?
I think he didn't want to spend his full level 3.
He could have gone for the level 1. I mean,
but he had burned out right there, so he
True.
did not have access to an EX into a level 2 or anything like that. And I think he kind of confused himself. Was like, I'm not sure what to do. Didn't get the combo, but yeah, too far.
Yeah, got the neutral jump, but didn't have the right confirm afterwards. Oh, yeah, you cannot cancel out of that one. The drive rush overhead is going to get excellently punished here. Spend the level 3? No. I think going for the level 3 there would have been huge because then you put him in a state where it's one brick to burn out. Did not for it, though. Well, all right, Agent. Oh, no. Yeah, and that's what I said earlier against Luke. We didn't see any drive impact being used there, and now we see it here, and that's a game on the board for Agent.
Agent, who said he would be happy to watch top 8. Well, you know what?
You're 1 game away.
1 game away from being in there. Looking strong here and reacting to that flash knuckle with the drive impact.
Yeah.
Good reactions right there. only way that Luke can stop that is if he has a level 3 and he cancels that flash knuckle into the level 3.
Dude, he has found that Ghost Chips does not know how to deal with the jump roundhouse or jump back into jump roundhouse. These are the two main keys that are determining the set so far. And Ghost Chips has to find out the key to the puzzle. And it might just start with an A and end with an A.
Well, he's back. He's back to the corner again. Whoa, he jumped heavy kick so early.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
More reliable. Do it again. You don't think I will?
No anti-air. He was just trying to go for the jabs, 3-box, and push him away.
Oh,
good
the trade.
Yeah, okay. Ghost Chips is like, look, I'm sick of this. Match point here for Ghost Chips.
The jump back roundhouse.
It's so good.
Show me the remix. The jump forward roundhouse.
Nice block on the overhead. Good patience afterwards. It's plus on block.
The only downside is that Agent has now cornered them. So, whoa, never mind. He's a genius.
Dude.
He's the visionary.
If they had stats for like how many times you use each move, like jump roundhouse is gonna be like 900,000%.
I mean, they have stats for impact, drive rush, reversal. Give me the jump roundhouse stat. There it is again, baby. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Please cash out to get some of your bar back.
Yep,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Stop time for me. Give me some of your bricks. Gonna be good here. Gonna be full screen as well. Agent has an opportunity to burn out here. He tried to do it again. He did 4 times.
Oh my God! That's like the 5th time. It worked again. That jumping roundhouse is the magic button of death.
Oh my God! You're locked down. Plus,
he just got it. He just got it back. Ghost Chips was trying to get him before he got it back. That jump roundhouse not only beating everything, but also stalling for enough time to get his drive gauge back. Jump HK, the button of choice here. It's still working. What do you do?
He can't be stopped. He can't be stopped. Agent has found the button that is frustrating Ghost Chips and has not let off the gas pedal. He is driving with 2 feet right now, man. He is putting both feet on the pedal. Agent is so close to getting a 2-1 here, and Ghost Chips hasn't found an answer.
He said he's putting both feet on the pedal. I know the pose. He's putting both of those feet on that pedal. But here we go on level 3. Ghost Chips is so he wants this done. He's gonna send him to Memphis.
We're going to Memphis.
Jump roundhouse, dude.
He did it again.
He got him. He got him. He said, no, not.
Dude.
Wake up.
Oh my! He went right past the ghost.
Nice,
and the drive rush
nice.
Gets
there
him
you go.
In.
And Agent 17805 just missed getting to that top 8. But if anything was gonna get him there, it was gonna be that jumping heavy kick.
All I'm saying, and you know, the tape told the story, is at the end there is if he would have jumped roundhouse, it would have beat the drive rush forward medium punch. All I'm saying, Agent, is you had the formula. And I know when you look at the Scantron and it says A, sometimes you got to trust your feeling, your gut feeling, because the gut feeling would have got you the win there. But at the end of the day, still an amazing showing there for Agent.
I'm pretty sure his team name stands up for down, up, strong kick. Because I gotta
go. That was the wittiest thing I've ever heard. And the numbers at the end is how many times he's done it so far in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, good. So down, up, strong kick, and he's done it 17,805 times.
Yep.
Got it. Good. I'm glad that it only took us till his final game, final round, to determine the real meaning of the name. He is the agent of the down, up, strong kick.
Exactly.
17,805 times. And Ghost Chip was like, you are not kidding us 17,806 times.
Yep.
See, look at right there. If he did it again, it would have been a different story right here. Ghost Chips, however, going up 2-1. Still a fantastic
honestly,
show.
Look, shout outs to Agent. I mean, we're teasing, obviously, but great job here getting
amazing.
into this top 9, tied for 9th place. And you know what? I mean, next time, hopefully, you will be able to play in that top 8.
Yeah. Hey, World Warrior is still an opportunity, so please make sure that you show up to those. I want to see even more jump heavy kick is what I'm looking forward to, Agent, because if it's not broke, don't fix it, all right? You never want to downplay something like that because Ghost Chips was clearly struggling.
Right.
Clearly struggling with that money button that we got to see there from JP, and he was just pressing. That's all he was doing. He was just pressing jump heavy kick and, goes and bows out and gets to watch a hype top 8 tomorrow. So the player quote still stands true. Really good stuff from Ghost Chips as we get into our next match of Crown versus SF Zarzab. And that's not Street Fighter. That is Salt Factory on the Jury. Jury versus Ryu. Honest character versus... the old bad girl in town. Aki's coming in. She's the the new bad girl.
I love how everybody said that Aki makes Jury look pleasant and
Dude,
kind.
you look at Jury and you're like, yeah, you're normal. That's fine. And then you see Aki and be like, she is giving people botulism.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Shout outs to Zarzab, by the way, obviously from the New Zealand scene over here. Majority of the players here from Australia, but great to see representation from all the different locations as we've talked about how Street Fighter is such a global game. Again, top 4 at EVO was, what do we got? We got UAE, we got the Dominican Republic, we got the US, and then Japan. So, that's a great
nice
representation
spread, man.
right then. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, it's only going to get better from here. I cannot wait to see how the Capcom final shapes up, and then all the World Warriors and the Pro Tour qualifiers as well, because 26 representatives, dude.
It feels so far away, but at the same
It's so
time,
close.
it's going to happen.
We're going to blink, and our
dude.
recovery is going to be too long, and it'll be like, wow,
Seriously.
it's over. What happened?
Yeah,
We went to Memphis.
This is gonna be
James. We're gonna have so many pictures of us
Dude,
together
Capcom
in Memphis.
Cup needs to take place in Memphis.
It'd be
right?
so funny.
Come on,
It'd be
and then
so
just have
funny.
Alex Lee come out and be like, "We're all going to Memphis." And
It'd
then
be
there
the
we
funniest,
go.
the
Oh,
funniest
my gosh.
joke that Twitter could have ever had. And like I said before, one of the options that you can do if your opponent is continually willing to throw fireballs is just never let go of the parry button. Just hold it.
Oh,
yeah, no jumping.
Got the bait. Classic style right here. And what's interesting right now from Zarzab is he is not choosing to charge the Fuhajin engine and throw the low fireball because it can kind of stifle Ryu throwing fireballs a little bit because it makes it right under there. But Zarzab has not gone for Fuhajin at all, and that has allowed Crown to play such a classic Ryu game.
This is, oh my god, no, went a little too far with the drive rush. Yeah. Didn't have the right combo, but it doesn't matter. Look forward, and you know what was coming after that? A fireball.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? That is fundamentals. Again, no jumping. Sacred airspace. No jumping!
Yeah, like I said, right now I feel like what Zarzab needs to do is build up some Fuhajin charges in between the fireballs, a screen away. But he is getting baited into the fireball game from Crown.
Yeah, exactly what we're seeing there. And again, you can use the Fuhajin too to nullify the fireballs and really dodge them, because that's when you get a free charge every time. You just react to the fireball, but instead going for the parries. But now it's time for the engine. Get off me. Drive reversal. That's the first one we've actually seen against Jury today. But now lockdown, all it takes is a backdash! Crown said, I'm not clowning around with any of these throw loops. Get off of me. I know you've got unlimited pressure in this install. I'm not going to let you install anything on me. No pressure, no nothing, no mental stack. Game 2.
We've seen a couple of really clutch backdashes. Oh my god,
clutch. You talking about clutch?
Crown right there with the counter drive impact. Zarzab has left
the room? No way. Is it already? No shot.
Hopefully that was just a
I hope it's not a teaser. Are we getting our first? Oh man, we don't hear the boop boop anymore.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I'm pretty sure that wasn't a rage quit. I'm pretty sure we just had some connection issues or something like that.
Ryu was kind of cooking. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, when you think you drive impact a fireball and he just drive impacts you right back, you're like, I'm a little salty. The Salt Factory had to go back to work. The 9 to 5 is coming.
I mean, sometimes when you lose a match the wrong way and like you kind of go what, and then you yank the controller,
you're like,
and then
man,
you all of a sudden
none of these papers told me what to do. It's like when you're looking at the material and the first joke doesn't land. You're like, this is not boding well for me. See, his paper's blank. There's nothing left to say. Oh man, but yeah, looked very dominant there from the likes of Ryu. Crown it was like a new Crown that we got to see.
Yeah,
because in the first match it was a little bit shaky, very back and forth.
It was JP. Yeah, so it was really hard to. You can't throw the fireballs against JP because he's just going to spike you, and he's going to spike you, right? And it's just not a profitable trade for Ryu because
the worst trade deal in history. Puts both hands out.
You spike Ryu and Ryu falls down, and you get hit by the fireball, but you're still up, so you get to throw another fireball spike. So in the end, it doesn't work out.
Losing trade deal.
And like I said, what Zarzab was doing with Jury, I feel like he wasn't trying to fight the fireball game properly. He was
Yeah.
getting baited into the I gotta get past the projectile mode.
Yeah, and not even ever getting the stocks up too to deal with the fireball. And it's like that's one of the ways you can really deal with Ryu, because once that ground fireball is there, you have free reign to walk forward. He has to be respectful, and like then you just start parrying the fireballs or using another Fuhajin to get another charge as you walk forward. It's like, all right, cool. We're playing this game, the slow approach, because if Jury gets you in the corner, all it takes is one bad guess, one bad wake up ODDP, and you are donezo.
And again, you know, obviously much stronger than in Street Fighter V, because remember, you had to charge each one separately. Use them once. This one, you use 3 Fuhajin, get 3 Fuhajin charges. You're like, I'm going to do Fireball, I'm going to do Fireball, I'm going to do Fireball. And so, you know, building all that up from the other side of the screen is a really good way to deal with that. And so, look, when you're a Fireball character, the main goal you have, whether you're Ryu or Guile or Dalsum, as you're throwing those fireballs, you
Ken?
want the Ken just. This is his fireball, dude.
Come on, man. I need tips too. Come on, come on. You can't just be like, yeah, all these other fireball characters. What about my guy, man?
Dude, I play Ken in SC. I don't throw fireballs. I just walk up and DP people.
Hell yeah, you do.
But I mean, like, what is their goal as a projectile thrower like that? Is to frustrate the opponent.
Yeah, you want to get them frustrated, get them jumping,
reel them into the
funny hook,
into trying to jump over, trying to find ways around the fireball, because the more frustrated you get trying to get through the fireballs, the more predictable you become.
Exactly.
And that is the danger right there. And I feel like that's exactly what was happening to Zarzab.
Yeah, and it made him afraid to really like play in that mid range too, where Jury really excels. Obviously, the stand medium kick is just so threatening. The crouch medium kick as well, and never really got to get into that range because Ryu, like he does want to go for that low forward, but it's a little bit slower. That 1 frame difference does make it a lot harder to work around. And we are working around into the next match. We are restarting game 2, so we're getting right into there. Even though it was an electrifying start with the drive impact off of the fireball reaction into a drive impact, we're starting right on over, getting straight into it. Just game 2, so still a 1-0 lead here for the Ryu on the side of Crown. Okay. We're gonna see if the Salt Factory gains another victim, or if Zarzab has to go back to work.
All right, here we go. So starting game number 2, and actually we're gonna switch it up to the Ryu music now.
Oh yeah, I actually really like this theme.
Here we go, back to the fireball game. Oh, okay. And see, Zarzab, I mean, you know, fortunately for him, that little delay probably gave him some more ideas on how to get around the fireball. Oh, but you know what? None's like, I can do it too. I can drive impact as well.
Sometimes you just gotta send it, and I like that. Utilizing, yeah, that's the second time we've seen that confirm here from Crown. Really good lockdown. Time for the throw loops, baby. It's time to eat your breakfast cereal.
Challenge.
But now burned out. That's so rough. You're not allowed to press any other buttons. Good backdash. Oh, yep, and that's exactly what I said. You cannot press in that situation, and that is it. Donkey!
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely German right there. Thank you very much. Donka kick right there.
You want to see some strong feet? I got them right here. Nice. Full extension. Let's see how much you can get out of this. Corner carry is the name of the game.
And goes for the setup over here. No drive impact sneaking it. Because I'll tell you right now, juries love that drive impact in the middle of these feng shui engines. Oh, he burned himself out on that drive rush.
Where's the wake up super? You gotta be so patient. Full stick of butter. He's got all the time in the world. There it is.
He was waiting.
Got my Hadouken butter.
I mean, shout outs to him. That's not easy because he wasn't throwing it in a lot of that other block string. He did it exactly as soon as he saw the drive impact.
Yep, and now out of burnout. And the biggest thing is Zarzab spent all that gauge for absolutely nothing and spent the last of the gauge for a whole lot of something.
Here we go. Can he finish him off here?
No shot. You get a reset.
Oh, that's not the reset you want. She's got great safe jump setups, etc., etc. Oh, here comes Crown. Here comes Crown here. He might be able to take it.
Oh, the DP. Get off me.
Ooh. All right, Crown, however, still at match point.
This is the hero's battle, dude. Yep, and the parry right after, trying to do the perfect parry. Gets caught by the throw. Finally gets the tech in. Oh my god, trades.
Oh, that was the light cancel right there. I don't know if he meant to do it because it was very expensive.
And now Crown just waiting for a drive impact maybe from the side as Zarzov finds the poke here. Huge damage, not going to be enough to kill, but Pixel in a dream.
Is this going to kill? Is this going to kill?
I don't think so. Not enough, baby.
Oh, just a few pixels left, like you said.
Where's the drive rush overhead? Doesn't need it. Goes for the long range OD poke from the fireball. And Crown takes it in a 2-0 after a small delay. Salt Factory Zarzov. It's back to the factory once again. You got to put in the 9 to 5 and watch the top 8 tomorrow because Crown moves on, smile ear to ear right there. He's like, I drive impacted.
I like seeing that happy picture from there from Crown there, and that's definitely how he's feeling right now, as you can see from this replay. Again, this Ryu in game 1 was cooking, and honestly, during that little break, it really gave Zarzov an opportunity to kind of think about what I need to do to go against these projectiles.
So clean. Dude. And that's how the second game started, and then we actually had to cut it off. So it was already looking so good for Crown, and then right back in when we get to the next replay. Crown got drive impacted. That's strange.
Yeah, they were just drive impacting each other back and forth. Here's another one right there.
Dude, paint splatter on the wall. They're trying to get our stage painted up real nice. Lots of purples and whites and blacks.
Oh, man. And then here we go. We got the activation. This was key right here because he just kept dropping the setups off of that. The Feng Shui engine, the power of it isn't even necessarily the combos and the mix-ups in there.
But the setups and the set
right,
play.
Exactly.
Yeah. We didn't get to see any of that. It's like we got the Fuhajin charge and then nothing. Right. And it's you need to have the safe jump. You need to have the drive impacts peppered in to those block strings. It's all about the APM, and it was a little bit too late in the AM.
And one of the things that's really important as well too is, you know, Street Fighter 6 different game than Street Fighter 5.
Absolutely.
Right? But one of the facets of Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6 have similar is the fact that you have the input buffer.
Yep.
Right? Because you have the input buffer, it makes all of your timing of everything very precise.
Yes.
So again, in this game, just like in 5, knowing what your meaty and having your perfect frame kills for every situation is so important. And because you can be so consistent with it because of the input buffers, you better make sure you know that stuff. And so if you have the choices between going for damage or giving you Oki, like sometimes you just want to
take the Oki.
Yeah, just take the Oki unless you know what's going to kill. So in that situation, if you're a jury player and you have this cool Feng Shui engine going, make sure you know your setup to give you that safe jump or that basically like meaty throw where the only thing they can do is a hard call out to survive.
Exactly. You know, having that game plan down pat is going to be most important, especially in these important matches that are top 8 qualifiers. And we have our last top 8 qualifier for the night on loser side. As we get into the next match, if you didn't see him before, we have him passing by on the bottom. But this is the marquee match of the night as we finish up. Luke on Luke violence. Both these boys are going to Memphis. One is going in with a black eye. Somniac versus Steve Yo. Somniac played earlier in the evening, and we are going to see some violence. We got red versus blue Luke here. Hopefully the colors are represented as well. Steve Yo put up an excellent fight earlier, and Somniac as well, sadly falling pretty early in the evening. But now it's going to be decided who gets to go home to see the family and who is no longer a family man. We're going to see that now, right? Only one ticket to Memphis can be booked right now from Oceania. It's an expensive ticket. I'll tell you that.
From Australia to Memphis? Yeah,
yeah.
That's a pretty long flight.
That's a long flight.
Absolutely. But again, Somniac, you know, a strong player. We've seen him here doing so well during the course of the previous Street Fighters as well. As you saw there, I think he said it was 38, I think it was, or 36 years
38
old.
versus 24.
Yeah, there you go.
And you can see that. It has Luke on the back, and then on the other side, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, there you go.
So Steve Yo is like, I am the hero in the half shell. And even I hate it. Even the costumes lined up. He's like, I'm wearing the other Luke outfit. He's like, I'm wearing the hat.
I thought that's what you were referring to.
The hat backwards, baby.
Yeah,
Me and the Turtles are great friends, and Steve Yo is a great friend with the corner.
Oh, here
man.
we go.
Just take the throw, bro.
Throw loop.
Just take the throw. Come on. Oh, nice whip punish, but no follow-up, no conversion. That's the problem.
Yeah, just a little too far away for what he was trying to do right there. Oh, what a check. Just punched him right in the mouth. And here we go. Take him to the corner now.
Yeah, just slowly getting walked back. But again, Somniac with that experience, just able to walk forward, toes in the sand. Oh, no, not
but
even good. Yeah, you could have killed.
He wasn't expecting that to be
To hit, yeah.
to hit.
Or the perfect version.
Oh, you just walked into that. Level
Tried
1.
to counter.
Yeah. So look at this, Steve Yo making the comeback, and what a jump timing from Steve Yo. That round was looking all Somniac, and then it just kind of fell apart at the end there.
Yeah, and then thinking like Somniac too, it's like make him block one more Sandblast, and then an ODDP definitely kills. So that's why Steve Yo was able to read the book. Said, I know exactly what you're going for. And now Steve Yo is the one who forced him into the corner. Somniac, gotta find a way out. Huge punish counter. That's another brick off the table.
Oh no, too far away, too far away. He's burned out now. This is really dangerous, yeah.
Oh, no.
Just went straight for the meaty. I think Somniac was probably looking for a button into the drive impact. Yeah. Instead, Steve Yo, after it looked like Somniac was veteraning him all day in that first round, saw Steve Yo coming back and saying, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that was a very quick shift, and it was off of one mistake on the side of Somniac, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? Jamaica didn't work out. Let's take this to Nashal here.
Also, I want to give one more quick shout out to production. If you look to the sides of their names, hat, no hat. Beautiful stuff. Nice little touch for us viewers to check it out.
Oof.
If we didn't have our glasses, we wouldn't be able to see it.
It's the perfect.
Nice, and again, gets the DDT, but burns himself out. I don't know if I completely agree with that.
That DDT does a lot of damage.
It
too.
sure does,
Yeah.
but again, damage versus Oki, damage versus drive bar.
Right, because remember, to do those extra follow-ups does cost one more bar.
Making it happen. Oh my god, he's playing Leap Fighter. He is jumping.
Yeah, this burnout right here. Somniac not really taking advantage of it all that much.
Yeah, you got to be able to press the initiative, especially when you have all those extra plus frames. Make him spend that bar to get out of your pressure.
Dude,
already in burnout again? Oh my word.
Dude, okay, he's still alive here, but that's not what he wanted to do. He definitely wanted to walk up Fireball. Oh,
if you lose this round, it is a repeat of the last game.
Yep.
One Sandblast. All it takes one. No way. All right. Oh, the super! The super! James!
Steve! Yo!
Steve, his arm.
Dude, he is playing with nothing to lose right now.
Dude, he hit him with the Spanish level 1.
Oh, and now the drive impact in the corner on top of everything. Somniac has got to be feeling really bad. He's got to recover. He has to recover.
Mental boom. It's over, James. One more decision to decide who comes out on top here. Beast mode, baby. And it is a guess for your tournament life, Somniac. Let's see how it goes. Oh, no! A perfect Steve Yo finishes up the way they wanted. That was. Did you know there's an officer outside if you wanna report a robbery? Because Steve Yo, look at the way the glasses.
There was a robbery and a murder, dude. I mean, seriously.
Somniac's smile still intact.
Oh, I mean, look, it's Somniac. Yeah, it's hard to recover from something like that. It really, really is, and. This is one of the toughest part of fighting games, man. It's just you have to be in the moment at all times, and Steve Yo really took advantage.
Just wow! Like there were 2 opportunities there where all he had to do, all Somniac had to do, was go for a chip kill, whether that be with an ODDP, a super, anything, and just Steve Yo just sent the correct option at the right time. He said, "I'm holding up forward right now." He said, "I'm negative." Nah, you're level negative. I'm invul with this level 1. Where's your level 1? Why didn't you use it? And Steve Yo, he came out right on top right there in a 2-0. It was close though.
I mean, it's
there's not much else you can say, James.
I
Bro,
mean,
the score says it right there. It's 2-0.
What I want to say is, I mean, that's a tough loss to take right there.
That is a tough loss.
That
that's right on the chin, bro.
But you got. I mean, at some point, obviously, you're gonna try to do your best to bounce back from something like that.
Yeah.
Again, we have the World Warrior matches, you know.
Absolutely.
And Somniac is obviously a veteran player. He's very strong enough to be able to take care of that. And, you know, speaking of the World Warrior events, you know, Unga Down Under is one of the main ones here for this region here. So Somniac should be able to qualify from there. Again, Obviously, you want to qualify here by winning this tournament. You also get $2,500 too, which is awesome, right? But by qualifying through the World Warrior as well, you can still make your way to Capcom Cup 10. Again, these events there's 26 different regions for this. So check out all of the different regions. Go to CapcomProTour.com to find all of the different regions where you can enter these World Warrior tournaments to get yourself a chance to win $1 million at Capcom Cup X.
Yeah, and if you're not in the Oceania region and you're trying to qualify for Capcom Cup number 10, you can sign up now because Central America currently has their signups open, and we have NA West and Canada coming up as well. So while Oceania players have the opportunity to play in the World Warrior right now, for the future, because right now we're in top 8 of Oceania, we got to move on to the rest of the CBT. But wow, our top 8 is determined, James. We've gotten to the point where everybody's been knocked to the side. We've gotten even further. We've talked about World Warrior, and there's only another day left for these players. So, you know, I looking at the top 16 bracket, we've already gone through and determined our top 8. So I believe we're going to take a look at that real quick, just seeing the entire breakdown to look like where we are, because we've gone on a journey today. We've had our winners matches, we've had our losers matches, and like, dude, that was such for it to end like that was a little tragic for Somniac. I'm not gonna lie.
But before we get to that, of course, we are going to take one last quick break over here.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we will break down the top 16 of what we saw and give you guys a preview of what to expect tomorrow for the top 8. Stick around, guys, for after this break.
Street Fighter 6.
Fighting is an art. And this is our canvas. Here, we flex our style, our passion, our creativity, our skills. We come here to break rules, to bend minds, to change the game. This is where we make an impression. Not just one. This is where we make our masterpiece.
Street Fighter 6.
Available now.
Objection!
We are halfway through our first CPT online event for Street Fighter 6 this year. It's we have so many more to go through, but obviously we haven't finished this one just yet. Let's take a look at the top 16 brackets and how it played out to get to our current top 8. See, on the winner side over here, ROF managed to defeat Somniac, and TB did beat Crown. So they will be going up against each other in a JP mirror. Maybe. I mean, some people don't like playing those mirror matches and they'll switch to another character. We'll see if that happens. But Travis Styles and Panda were able to make it over Ghost Chips and Freezer respectively. And they will be going up against each other in a rematch of two Capcom Cup exhibitions ago.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a blast to see those guys fight it out from 5 to now 6. Duking it out here, Styles versus Panda on the winner side. But we have to take a look at the loser side as we've had so much action to cover. Went through a hell of a lot of matches, some upsets, some back and forths, a lot of 2-0s and 2-1s. As you can see, the spread was pretty good there. Freezer able to come out over a Wild Llama, and Ghost Chips over Agent, the master of the down up strong kick right there. 17k times. Very good. You know what, Agent? Shout outs to you. You were my favorite player of the day. And then Crown on the other side, who took down Zarzab in a 2-0 fashion with the Ryu. And Steve Yo 2-0ing Somniac. And you got to rewatch that set. If you didn't watch that set was banger match. That is how I would describe it to round out our top 8 right there. So Freezer and Ghost Chips are going to be fighting it out. And there is the entire top 8. As I requested, the bracket looks so sick. Like I said, we're painting the background with purple and black and white, and we've got it on the screen here as well. The Drive Impact style that is making this game look so beautiful. For our entire top 8, as we just broke down, ROF versus TB, Styles versus Panda, Steve Yo versus Crown, and Ghost Chips versus Freezer rounds up our top 8. And when you looked at all the play that we got to see today, if you had to choose a straight ahead winner for this, James, who would be your front runner and who is your dark horse?
I mean, right now, we saw the Chun-Li from Travis Styles, and it definitely looked like had a little bit of weakness there, right? So the jury looked strong, but I'm not sure if it was quite there at the point where I feel like he would be a favorite despite winning all the previous Oceania events in Street Fighter 5. Right now, I'm looking at ROF versus TB. I think that match is going to, again, the mirror matches are crazy. So I feel like whoever wins that match is going to have a really, really good chance of taking this. But again, from a dark horse standpoint, I mean, how do you not pick Steve Yo as a dark horse after what he did to Somniac in that last match? That's
a pretty good pick.
Kind of brutal. So
that's a good pick.
Yeah. So for my dark horse is Steve Yo, and I think my favorite right now is whoever comes out of ROF versus TB.
So my thought process here is I completely agree. I do think ROF will be the winner, but only in the case that Travis Style loses to Panda. Because the jury versus JP matchup.
Right.
If you've ever watched Brian F stream, you know that it's not fun. So I think that if Travis is able to take it over Panda, he will be sitting in Grand Finals winner's side, regardless of the JP that we see come out on top between ROF and TB. But like you said, any of these players can do it. We have a dark horse on the bottom side. I also have Steve Yo as my pick there. And you know, it's been an amazing top 16 so far. Sadly, we have to close out this chapter before we get into top 8 tomorrow. So do you have any thoughts for the people before we get into it? Because we've got to take a quick rest and, get ready bright and early for tomorrow. So what do you got to say, James?
Honestly, all I can say is we're just getting started here. Again, Street Fighter 6 is amazing so far. We've already got one DLC in here in Rashid, and we're going to get a lot more. Aki coming up.
She looks so creepy,
in
man.
autumn. Yeah.
So creepy.
It's just, this is the phase that fighting games are so fascinating to me because, Evo Top 6 was amazing, and a lot of it happened because there were a lot of drops here and there. We're all still trying to figure things out.
Put the pieces together.
It's such a fascinating portion of, learning a fighting game. So, guys, you do not want to miss tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be, it's just going to be fun for the entire year. You don't want to miss any of it. Again, make sure you follow Capcom Fighters on all the different streaming services to make sure you catch this when we go live.
Yeah, so without further ado, thank you everybody for watching the Capcom Pro Tour Oceania 2023. This is only the first qualifier and only the first day, and many more great days to come. So thank you for watching. Can't wait to see you on the next match in the Battle Hub. We'll see you there.